All right. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. If you want to respond, please just come to the chat section here and respond to me. If you can hear me loud and clear, please, I want you to respond good morning. All right. I want you to respond good morning. If you can hear me loud and clear, I want you to respond good morning. Thank you very much, guys, for joining in today. I'd like to say a special thanks to Anjola. He was the first person to join this call. In fact, I met him waiting. Anjola Adewale, that's Anjola Adewale. Immediately after this call, please come to my DM. I'm going to give you a special gift. And Adaramaja is the second person, and that is very, very awesome. Thank you guys for joining today. And again, I'm going to keep on emphasizing on the fact that punctuality is very important. You know what, guys? Yesterday, I had an interview. I had an interview with TopTal. TopTal is a world-class freelance platform, right? And I was 10 minutes early. The meeting was supposed to start by 2 o'clock. I was there at something like 1:50. Right, when the person came around, the interviewer, when she came around and she saw that I've been waiting for the past 10 minutes, she was very blown away because they understand that, okay, this person is actually serious. And again, I will continue to say it. People are looking for skillful people, right? People are looking for skillful people to work with, but much more, they are looking for people that are dependable. There are a lot of skillful people out there, but they are looking for people that are dependable, people that they can actually trust, people that they know that, okay, if I commit this thing to their hand, they will come true. And guess what? If you have a lot of skillful people, you have a pool of skillful candidates, they are all equally good, right? So what will be the distinguishing characteristics that will make you stand out? And that is your personal ethics. And this is one of the things that I've been trying to preach to you guys in Nova University. You have to be different. You have to be different in your dealings. You have to be different in your lifestyle, right? In order to change your life, you must first change your lifestyle. You must first change the way you behave. There's a book by my favorite person, Stephen Akintayo, Billionaire Habits. That's the name of the book. I highly recommend it. Although it's expensive, it's about 50,000 naira, but Billionaire Habits. And these are some of the little things that matters. These are some of the little things that highly successful people do that makes the difference in the long term, right? So I'm seriously going to advise that you guys make punctuality, of great importance. I am so happy to tell you that Mr. Mike Adeyemi is already on this call. In fact, I told you, millionaires are always punctual. He came in like 3 minutes to the starting time of the meeting, which is very, very awesome. To tell you that people that are actually serious, they will always be on time. And please, I want to re-emphasize that for you. Now, I think Mike Adeyemi just left the meeting. He's going to join us back very soon. All right, he's going to join us back very soon. Okay, I think he's still on the meeting. Maybe he has multiple devices. Francis, if you are on this call, please make sure you record this call. Francis, please commence recording. Also, Diamond, if you're on this call, please, you can also record this call. I want us to have multiple recording version of this call so that, in case something goes wrong with one version of recording, we are sure to have other version of recordings to bank into. All right. Before I give a brief introduction about our guest speaker today, I just want to, because we have a lot of new guys joining us today, I just want to go over what Nova University is about and how we started. I started Nova University in 2020, in the middle of the pandemic. It was my pandemic project. I actually wanted to, share my skills on how I make money online via web design. And during pandemic, a lot of people wanted to move their business online. So it was a very, very lucrative time for me to start designing website for business owners. And very fast, like very, 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 very fast, I blew up in my web design business. And during this pandemic, I decided to, because I was a core member then, and the rate of unemployment in Nigeria was skyrocketing. And I was like, if I can teach other people how to make money via web design, maybe that would be good. So I hosted a very first webinar for for corp members in my platoon, and it was a smashing success. And in less than 1 month, people are seeing massive results. So I wanted to make this on a much more global and on a much more advanced platform. So I created Nova University with my web development skills, and it's like a mentorship platform where people that are already successful in the digital world, people that are doing well in the digital world, people like Mike Adeyemi, people like a lot of other mentors that we have brought down here, so that they can actually talk to us and give us the step-by-step templates in which they used to be successful, and we can follow them, and we don't have to guess, we don't have to parabolate around. We can just key into their success, follow their steps, follow their advice, and we can hopefully get the same result in which they did. And over the last almost 1.5 years now, we've had smashing success. Not even about 1.5 years thereabout, we've had smashing success. As I speak to you now, we have a student database of more than 4,000 students in over 6 countries. We have in Egypt, we have in Russia, we have in Ghana, in South Africa, in Kenya, and in Uganda. It has been a smashing success, and I really, really thank God for that. So today we are going to be having Mike Adeyemi. He's ready, and he's good to go. He's going to be talking to us about self-branding and how to monetize our digital skills. Now, here's the thing. Here's one thing that I realized. There are a lot of people that they have a lot of digital skills. They have a lot of digital skills, but they are still broke. They are still broke. They are still jealous of Yahoo boys. They are still jealous of all these internet scammers that are flashing things all around. But you are a web designer, you are a graphic designer, you are a video editor, you are a digital marketer. You should not be broke. These are skills that are in high demand. These are skills that people need globally. Skills that you can sell to people globally. As long as you can help people make their business better, you are valuable. And valuable people are not supposed to be broke. Valuable people are not supposed to beg for money. Valuable people are not supposed to want. If you can transact value, you can communicate value. If you can communicate value in any way, you are not supposed to be broke. So I've realized that there is a bridge. There's a bridge that people fail to learn. There's a bridge that people fail to cross. We have the skill set bridge, and we have the self-marketing bridge, right? Skill set bridge and the self-marketing bridge. We have a lot of skillful people and they are broke, right? Even people, you will see people that are not as good as you, but they are really, really killing it financially. But you yourself, you are like, I can do better. I can do better, but I'm not getting clients. I'm not even clients that are pricing my skills. They are pricing it for 2,000, 5,000. I know graphic designers before they got enrolled in Nova University, they're just collecting 5,000, 30,000 for logo design, for graphic design. But under my mentorship, under going through the program, they have been able to change that dramatically, and we have a lot of live witnesses on this call right now, in which they will get to talk after the meeting, right? So I'm hoping that today's section will be able to open your eyes, and you're going to see how you can start earning not just earning big from whatever digital skill that you have. And if you don't have a digital skill as well, our facilitator today will also put us through how to get started. And in fact, he's a coach. He's a coach himself. In fact, he's my coach. Do you understand? So he's a coach of coaches. He's a mentor of mentors. Do you understand? And we are so lucky. We are so happy to have him here today with us. He's a very, very busy man. Guys, I tell you, millionaires are very, very busy. He's a very busy man. And we are very lucky to have him here. I'm just going to say a few things about him before I give him the stage. right? Um, the number one thing I'm going to say about Mr. Mike is that I so respect this man because he is a lover of God. He is a lover of God, and that is one of his traits that I really, 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 really like most. This man really, really, really loves God, and he does it openly. Openly, he does it openly, so that you will know that I'm skillful, but I am also a good disciple of God, right? And I've learned a lot from this man. He is the founder and CEO of MI Cinematics. MI Cinematics, it's a digital marketing firm and also a consulting firm and also a video marketing firm. Some of you on this call, you might have taken one or two of his courses because I know that I've introduced some of his courses to you guys. So, without further ado, I want us to welcome Mr. Mike Adeyemi. Please join me as we welcome Mr. Mike Adeyemi. Come to the chat section and welcome Mr. Mike Adeyemi. Everybody start typing you are welcome, sir. I want you to start typing you are welcome, sir. I want you to start typing you are welcome, sir. Mr. Mike, you have the floor,
sir. I mean, thank you so much. Thank you very much, sir. You see, I find it a great privilege to be on this platform today. In fact, I'm really amazed by the number of people who have already joined in the class. And it tells me of the great work you've been doing here. Thank you so much for the opportunity. And one thing I can just guarantee is that I'm not letting anybody down today. I came with so much value to dispense. Okay, it's overflowing. And I believe that yours will reach you. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Thank you. I believe some of my people are here as well. Thank you very much for joining. I really appreciate you. So, without further ado, I would like us to get started. I don't know which one would be fine. Maybe I should just go on speaking without my face showing, or you would want to see my face. Which one is better? All right, I think I'm seeing people who are saying they want to see my face or something. Okay, yeah. So good morning, everybody. It's great to have you all. Thank you so much for sparing your time to be here. I know it's a whole lot of sacrifice. And Big Sam mentioned something. Said I'm a lover of God, and I was just like, maybe this man already saw into what I was going to talk about today. You know, as much as you are trying to make money online, you're trying to monetize your digital skill, we cannot not emphasize the place of God in your journey. And it's something that I've really experienced on both sides. I'll be talking about financial intelligence on a level, I'll be talking about the spiritual side of it and the physical side of it, just briefly, because that's not the main focus today. And this is important because, of course, you will make money. If you implement the things you're going to be learning in this class, you will make money. But it's not just about keeping money. Personally, I got to learn this the very hard way. It's not just about keeping making money. Okay, it's not just about getting a lot of money coming in. Some of you are already even making a lot of money, but you don't just know. If you just spare yourself some time to go to your bank app and get your bank statement, maybe just for 1 year, maybe last year 2020, January 2021 to December 31st, 2021, you will be amazed how much came in for you in the year. But the question is, where's all the money? Where did it all go? So it's not all about just making the money. Most importantly, it's about keeping the money, because you can be making 1 million naira monthly. But if your expenses is 1.2 million naira monthly, you are still 200,000 naira deficit. So you cannot find, you are not even be making up to certain people, and yet you have way more than them in terms of your reserve, in terms of your reservoir. So it's very important. And as a way of starting, I'll be presenting my screen to us right now. And trust me, guys, there's so much value here. And I want you to get your writing part, because I don't believe in you learning anything without writing down. Okay. Of course, some people will tell you to type. It's okay if that's your own way of doing it. But I feel that you engage your brain more when you write things down. For me, I hardly forget the things that I write. I just need to, I might never make reference to it later on. But the fact that I wrote it down the day I was hearing it is enough for me to remember it and implement it. And one thing about knowledge is that the moment you begin to, read books, the moment you begin to engage with information, it just becomes subconsciously a part of you, and you're able to make decisions based on the things you have heard. You don't need to consult any book again for you to be able to know what to do when you need to do it. Even as I this morning, I had to make some financial decisions, and I believe that some of the information I've been able to have access to really helped me in order to be able to determine what eventually to do. I think I'm having a hard time sharing. Okay, let me just share my entire screen. Okay, can we see my screen now, guys?
Yes, sir.
Are we seeing my screen? All right, perfect. Okay, great. Thank you very much. All right, perfect. So today we are discussing on the subject of self-branding and how to monetize your digital skill. The two are so connected, and I think that when Big Sam was coming up with this topic, he must have really seen the connection, right? Because of course he's self-branded and he monetizes his digital skill. Okay, and so I'm just privileged to come and share my own view on this morning, and you are definitely going to be changed and transformed. So the first thing I want to talk about, without wasting time, because we have a lot of things to say, is the subject of the mind. And this is just outside the concept of what we are talking about. I just felt that I needed to mention this before we get started. Because you see, when it comes to making money anywhere in any industry, whether online or offline, the first thing that needs to be in place is your mind. Okay, where's the mind? Maybe yeah, yeah, we don't even know. But your mind is really important. Your mind is that part of you that can literally place you wherever you dream to be. Okay, I heard from a man of God, Sam Adeyemi, and a couple of other men of God, Pastor Chris and the likes, who will tell you that everything you see in the world is usually what you stand in front of whatever the mirror and that no matter how good you are, no matter how competence is just one thing. Competence is a level. Now, this is not some all spiritual principle. If you have read this book, Think and Grow Rich, okay, Napoleon Hill, who had at the time interviewed about 48 billionaires, 48 richest people in America, came up with different patterns he noticed in all of them and documented it in his book, Think and Grow Rich. And even till today, billionaires are still talking about mind in your first you mistakenly make 200,000. Before you know it, that money will reduce back to zero. Because according to how things work, all right, you only got that money by mistake. That's the way it's going to be interpreted. That this thing is an error, this thing is a mistake. So everything around you begins to fight you until that money comes back to where your mind is. Some people have not gone past the level of 10K. They've not gone past the level of 20K. That all comes into their account at once. If anything 400K is coming into their account, so that's a big problem. They've not gotten to that level. So you need to be able to enlarge your mind. You need to be able to push your mind out. I said here, nothing shifts until it has shifted in your mind. Okay? If you want to build a house, if you see yourself owning fleet of cars, it has to be first of all registered in your mind. A billionaire, you must have probably heard about it, Dan Penner. I was watching him the other day, and he was discussing about the fact that back then, when he was still a broke boy, like many people in Nigeria today, he would go to places where they sell some of these luxurious cars and begin to do shopping. Some of you need to start going to places that will enlarge the scope of your mind and to make you feel that the people buying these things don't have to it. I can have it too. Okay, because your mind, in fact, your mind will reflect on the kinds of prices you call. Okay, if you're still thinking low, you cannot begin to charge 40,000 naira for one logo because you're still in the realm of 2K per logo. So when your client asks you how much are you going to charge, you'll be wondering, and if you mistakenly mention 2K, to him, it's like, oh, is this guy really sure what he's going to do? I don't think so. Maybe I should just find somebody else. How would he call a logo 2,000 naira and things like that? You know? So you have to expand your thinking. And how do you do this? This is by feeding your subconscious with the reality you crave. You have to feed your subconscious deliberately with the things you want to see in your life. And the way to do that, Napoleon Hill called it auto-suggestion. I would recommend you go and read that book, Think and Grow Rich. Okay. For me, I read a lot of books. Okay, as much as possible, I try to read at least a book per week. Sometimes I read two. I have an app on my phone that makes it really easy for me. And the way me I read, I love to read, hear, and see what I'm reading at the same time. So there's this function on my phone that allows me to this text to speech function on my phone that allows that reads out whatever is on my screen as I'm reading it. You know, I know some of you might have this difficult time reading books. Before you read 3 pages, you're already feeling sleepy. I used to be like that too until I tried out that method I just showed you. So hearing and reading at the same time has actually helped me to cover more than I used to. And some of you might just want to try that out. Okay, so that's just a secret hack there that may work for some of you. So you need to deliberately feed your conscious, subconscious mind with the realities you crave by the principle called autosuggestion. Autosuggestion basically is you confessing. In the body of Christ, we choose to call it meditation. All right, you are meditating. The Bible said something in Joshua 1 verse 8. It said, "This book of the law shall not depart out of your mouth, but you shall meditate herein." The word meditate there is the Hebrew word agar, and agar means to mutter, to speak. So the way we meditate is by speaking, by muttering, by repeating again and again. So you're telling yourself, I make money in billions and trillions. I tell myself this every morning. I tell myself I work in the realms of millions and billions. And as I'm saying it, I'm literally seeing myself in it. I'm infusing my emotions into it. All right. This is very important. I'm laying a very powerful foundation for you guys here. I'm infusing. Somebody's asking what's the name of the book. It is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. I'm infusing my emotions into it. I'm seeing myself working in that realm. Because for a long time in my life, I discovered that there was always a threshold for how much I was making. I never make past a certain amount. Okay, if I reach that amount, it comes back. Maybe after a long while, then I could make something close again, and then it drops back. Okay, and then I saw the need that I needed to expand my mind, and then I began confessing and confessing and confessing. And you see, the way the mind works, I believe there's a way we've been created such that your mind is able to transmit signals into the atmosphere that will make people respond to you the way you are thinking. I just feel that there's a way God has done that. And lastly, I said here that you have to be definite about what you want. So, for instance, for me, I was telling myself earlier in the year, because I saw it, it was like a revelation. I saw it 100 million. You know, when you see 100 million in as your bank balance, that was what I just saw in a flash, you know. And that morning, I made sure that I prayed it out, okay? Because there's always a spiritual side to everything. There is nobody you see on the top. I don't know who you want to mention. Is he Elon Musk? Who? Tell me. There's nobody you see on the top today. Bible said, there is nothing you have that you have not received. Everything was given to us. Okay, so there is nobody you see having millions today or billions that does not have a spiritual backing to it. There's always a spiritual backing to every pursuit of money. Is it that God is the one Himself pushing you, or the devil is supporting you? Whichever the case, there is always, you see, there are many things people tell you in business classes, people tell you about how they made it in life, and they miss out on some part. Then you go and try the same things, and you're wondering why you're not getting the same result. I'm telling you today, I'm exposing it to you. They don't tell you everything. Many times you don't get to hear everything. And this is one of the reasons why, as much as I value people like Dangote, as much as I want to be like people like Otedola and all the likes, I don't listen to them because they are not for me a very good mentor. And I'll tell you why. Many times, except you are in close proximity with them, and please note what I just said, except you're in close proximity with them, you might not be able to pick exactly what they did to get to where they are. Okay, they're just telling you things on the surface. So for me, I would rather choose to follow somebody who is just a few steps ahead of me. All right, because I can see exactly what this person is doing to get results. And once I'm able to get to his level, I look for somebody else who is a few steps ahead of me again, so I can be able to follow closely. Okay, if I say I want to be following the billionaires, only you just be hearing a summary. Nobody's going to give you details. Nobody's going to tell you when they have to do this and that. Some of them will not even tell you the deals they had behind closed doors. Okay, some of them will not even tell you some of the money they embezzle. They won't tell you. Okay, some ladies will come and oppress others. They will invite them to meetings, and then they will be telling you about how they built their mall, how they built. They won't tell you about the sugar daddy that gave them 20 million naira. They would not tell you. There are many things people miss out on their success story. So that's why whenever you're following people, you want to honor process.
All
Okay,
right.
you want to be able to follow people. Of course, you know that they are not yet there yet. Okay, but at the same time, they have what you need at time. Okay, they're already a few steps ahead of you, so you can follow their roadmap as they are going. Paul said, "Follow me as I follow Christ." All right. So that is very important. You have to be definite. I told myself that by December 21, 2022, I want to see 100 million in my account. I don't know how it's going to be possible. I don't know how it's going to come. But the moment you set your mind begins to communicate force of nature to make it possible. Your mind is a very important factor in your journey to success. With that said, let us proceed. All right. And you see, there's a way you can move the finger of God. I'm not a pastor, okay? Although I know I have a ministerial calling, but then it's not the pastor. In fact, I wouldn't want to call a pastor. Just call me brother. Just call me Mike. Just call me Mike. Sure you get it. So, as much as I tried this thing for a while, there was a time I was selling one of my courses, and man, sales were going through the roof. I was recording about 65,000 naira on a daily basis on that course. Just a small course to strangers on Instagram, people that don't know me from Adam. And I was paying my tithe. As I was paying my tithe, I know many people have different concepts about tithe. I'm just sharing my own personal experience, and this is not a principle you all have to follow. Okay. And as I was paying my tithe, I began to see increase. Because God had already told me at that point that whenever you pay your tithe necessarily might not be 10%. For me, I still stick to 10% for now. Okay. It might be more than 10%. I hear that some people do 50% tithe. It's in levels. Your faith has to grow to certain levels too. Okay. And I was paying my tithe. God gave me that revelation then that when you pay your tithe, you strengthen whatever amount is left. Hmm. It made me understand that you are not the money in your bank account. The money in your bank account is inconsequential. Okay? What really matters is the purchasing power of your money. Now, which one would you prefer? You buying something of 100,000 for 100,000 naira, or you buying something of 100,000 for 20,000 naira? Which one would you prefer? You see, when you commit God, when you pay your tithes, it's like bringing God first in your finances. And when you commit Him to whatever you're doing, it's just like increasing the purchasing power of whatever is there. He was telling me that if, for instance, I have 100,000 and I pay a tithe of 10,000 naira, 90,000 is more powerful than the 100,000 that it initially was, because now the breath of God is on the remaining 90,000. So things that would have cost me on a normal day 10,000, somebody will just say, I'm traveling out and I need to dispose this thing. Do you mind? I will buy it for 2,000. That's the way it begins to happen. And this is not just my personal experience. These things I've heard from different men of God. Okay, things will just be falling on your laps. You just be getting things because something is hard. Yoruba. Now you just be getting things. Now this is not to say that this is why you shouldn't be paying tithes so as to be getting ifa. No, okay, but it's just like putting God first in your finances. I discovered that when I was not paying tithe, things were always, of course, money was coming in. Okay, do not stop money from coming in, but the money was leaving faster than it was coming in. I mean, sometimes I would tell my friend that what's really happening. I mean, I'm making a lot of money, but expenses just choke. Waiting they stop sell, you know. And when I was paying my tithe over that cost, sales were coming in until I stopped paying tithe because I felt maybe my marketing expertise was bringing in the sales. I'm a coach, I'm a sales guru, and all that stuff. Selling to strangers is not easy, but I was closing strangers on a daily basis, and I was making a lot of money until I stopped paying my tithe because there was a time that I needed to fix one thing, and all the money that was available was all the money I had, right? And I just had to push it there without paying time. And then gradually it started becoming another habit because I started practicing that until I just began to notice that sales were moving down until everything became zero. Okay. And later on, I learned from my mistake because it's fine to make mistakes and learn from them because these are the realities that solidifies your experiences. That makes you feel like, what many people call encounter is just what I just described right now. You've experienced this, you've experienced this, you know which one to choose, and you follow. Okay. And then I started paying my tithe again. And one thing I have discovered that always happens, money never finishes in my hand. If I take out money to invest in a particular project, before I say I am broke, somebody will just remember me from somewhere and say, we want to do XYZ. We want to do this. As at yesterday night, I was not having cash on me. I was just like, oh. And already earlier in the day, I had sold some money to somebody. I just invested. I mean, recently I made a vision that the moment God tells me, do this, I won't think it twice. I'll just do it. That I was in a particular meeting one day, and I was listening to the minister. He was not even talking about money and anything. I just said in my spirit, ask for so and so person's account number, so this amount of money, and I did it immediately. The moment I did it, the money left in my account was 2K. All right. I just said, well, just continue. We believe God for abundance. We'll never be broke. Maybe we'll just go online and sell some courses. And even before leaving that meeting, somebody just dropped money in my account. All right, I just paid for a course. We have discussed this thing. The person just said, I'm ready. I paid for the course right there. And so I just saw how God works. And you see, to be broke is not my thing anymore. Honestly, I usually tell my friends that to say that I will not have money for a long time is not possible. It's just a reality that I've crossed. That I will never be in a situation where money will not be in my hand for an extended period of time. Okay. And this is just to tell you to always put God first. With that said, let's get back to what self-branding is. And please, I'm not trying to say that I'm a saint. I'm so perfect. I don't make mistakes. I don't, do what's wrong. No. But you see, the mercy of God suffices for you, especially when you place Him first. The Bible says, in all your ways, acknowledge Him and lean not on your own understanding. But that means it's possible to lean on your understanding. It's possible to lean on your sales expertise. It's possible to lean on your competence. I'm a good designer. I'm a badass web designer. The truth is, just like Big Sam said, there are people who are not even as good as you are, who are earning way better than you. Way better. Why? Many reasons. But I believe one of the reasons is usually because some of them put God first. Always put God first in everything. You don't have to be the perfect person to put God first. But let God, just have the God mindset to you that God, I acknowledge your role in everything I do. You get the gist. So now, very quickly, let's move ahead. I don't want us to take too much time because I want us to have an engagement section after this. I want us to practicalize certain things. Me, I love practicals a lot. I'm not the kind of coach that just teach people theory. Do this, do this, do this, do this. And it all sounds good. And at the end of the day, after 2 weeks, nobody has done anything. Nothing happened, nothing changed. Okay, I want us to practicalize some things right here today so that we can begin to get some results. So, self-branding, I define self-branding here according to Wikipedia. Self-branding or personal branding is the conscious. I hope you can see my screen. Can you? Please let me know if you can see my screen. Oh, what do I need to do to? Okay, let me just do that. I think the thing already disconnected. It's telling me here that it has lost connection. All right, just a moment, please. I will see my screen now.
Yes.
All right, all right, thank you very much. So I said self-branding or personal branding, according to Wikipedia, is the conscious and intentional effort to create and influence public perception. Please follow very closely of an individual by positioning them as an authority in their industry. This is very credibility. We are increasing their circle of influence and have a larger impact. Now, in this particular definition, there are four things. Number two, positioning. You see positioning there in that statement. Number three is credibility. Number four, advanced career. You're already self-branded. Usually we begin to implement them, expand them. And you see, we cannot overemphasize the place of branding yourself in any business success. You need to brand yourself. In a layman's language, package. You need to package yourself. And I want to show you how to package yourself. I don't know why this connection is just misbehaving. You need to be able to package yourself. So I said number one is what? Number one, creating perception. Number two, positioning. Number three, credibility. Number four, advanced career. Now, on the subject of creating perception, I need you to understand that reality doesn't sell. Maybe you need to write that down and give somewhere so that you speak every day. For some of you try to feel that you have to be something that you are yourself. The truth is, reality doesn't sell. Nobody wants to know that you are this. They won't buy from you. Nobody's going to buy from you that way. Okay?
Right.
It is perception that sells. And what is perception? Perception is the way people see you. Because in the world of marketing, perception is the reality. I tell people reality is not reality. Perception is reality. The way you paint yourself to be. And you must be deliberate about this, because if you don't paint yourself in a certain way, people will assume certain other things about you that are not consistent with the kind of results you want to see. And so you must be deliberate about nailing and bringing into people what you want them to think of you. You must present yourself exactly the way you want to be seen. I said, yeah, doctor your own self, doctor your own image, right? Doctor your own self-image. You want to create, that's another word for doctor there. You want to orchestrate it. You want people to see you in a particular light. All right? You want them to see a dimension of you. That's what perception is. And you have to be strategic and deliberate about every move. I also said, there's this concept that is popular that people say is fake it till it. And as much as that might look like you're encouraging people to be fake and false, it's not true. It's how you see that statement, all right? it's just you looking like the future you want to see yourself. Right? I know that some of you right now, your profile pictures is a very poor picture of you, not so well illuminated. Then it's showing like you're hungry, and yet you're going into somebody's DM and you're putting 70,000 naira for logo. You know, you want to say you want to do web design, you're putting 300. You look at it for this guy that wants to, charge me 300,000 for this thing. Hope he's not going to run with my money. I can remember that there was a particular time that I visited one of my clients' house and I dressed well. That was the first time I was going to meet him because I was invited to come and speak with him. Okay, he lives on the island in Lagos. And I was in his house. Number one, I got there early and that impressed him. He said, wow, you came early. I didn't even expect that you were going to come this early. I was the one that woke him up because I live on the mainland. The journey to the island can be some hours long, 3 hours, 4 hours sometimes. So I left my house exactly 4 a.m. in the morning so as to be able to get there around 7. When I got to his house at 7, he was still sleeping. Now me wake up. I was not that long around. Like, wow, I'm so impressed. We started our discussion. And he told me what he wanted to do and all that stuff. I put on my laptop. I wanted to do something so serious. I opened my Excel sheet. That's part of perception. Some of you just carry a mouth. You're using your mouth. You have to package what you want. We're seeing face to face. I still put on my laptop, type some things on Excel. I showed him. I didn't have to show him that, okay, so how much is this going to cost? Because he was asking, I said, give me a moment. Then I did like, okay, I was doing some analysis. You don't want to be calling prices off your head, especially when you are with people, okay? Seeing them face to face. I just typed some things on my computer, which I would have easily said in my mouth, and I told him, I showed him, and I told him, this thing is going to cost you 750,000. I was like, it's too much. His budget was even 120,000. That was what I said his budget was. But then, I believe because of God's favor, yes, and because of that, I faced myself. And the way I was not just talking like an amateur, okay, we were able to beat the price down to 375,000. And he paid immediately. Somebody who had a budget of 120, all right? And I was able to elevate. And you see that there, when it comes to monetization and charging, there's this concept of factoring high. Because that we want to charge about 400, but don't mention 400. Because people will price it. It's normal. If I know that this thing should cost 10,000, and you're bringing it to me for 2,000, if I'm not skeptical about the quality, I will want to price it. For it to be 2,000, that means it can still come down. So always anchor high. Don't let your clients name the price first. Be the one to name it. Anchor high. If your price is not making your client say then you have not done well. Your price must make them say That's when you know that you are doing well. Okay. Somebody said there's noise in the background. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
So you want to anchor high every time. One of my books, I'll give it to you guys, How to Sell Anything to Anyone Anytime. And I believe that you will be able to learn a couple of things.
I couldn't get it because your screen is not showing. Can you hear me, sir?
Okay.
Hello?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Your picture. That you are wearing suit.
Okay.
I can only see.
All right. So my screen is not more presenting.
That you are wearing suit. What is your screen? Is that your screen? Okay. Okay.
All right. Thank you very much. So, like I was saying, you always want to anchor high in every of your price negotiation. That's just by the way. I said you take it till you make it. present yourself in the way you want your future to be. All right. Learn to deliver on the go. I said that here. And what that means is you are learning as you're going. When I started out in sales, I was not an expert. In fact, when I was putting together my book, How to Sell Anything to Anyone, Anytime, I was not an expert yet. But I was learning on the go. And as I was learning on the go, I was delivering. If you are waiting until you become Jagaban before you launch out, you will be in the wilderness for long. Okay? So you have to push out on the go. You learn on the go. You package yourself in a certain way. I usually encourage people, one of the first things you want to set out to do is get a good profile picture. It's not too expensive. Worst, I don't know where you're living, whether it's in Abuja, you will not spend 2K on one picture. Invest in some good pictures of yourself. Okay? And put it up as your DP. Put it up on your profiles. Let people know that okay, you have a good sense of value. Some people just take a screenshot with their phone and the background there is even so dirty. You go and put it on LinkedIn. We're still going to talk about LinkedIn and Twitter. You can put it on LinkedIn. And then when people want to gauge you, they say, okay, this guy knows the worth more. You're not well packaged. All right? I usually encourage entrepreneurs to eat well. All right? I used to be fatter than this, so it's because I'm gymming currently. That's why I look kind of lean. And the coach told me I have to shred first. I can't wait to just get out of it. I used to be bigger. Maybe if you see my profile picture, the one that was used for the flyer, my stomach was even big. All right. But then I decided to look more thin, so I started gymming and shredding. Okay. But really, you want to look like the money you are calling. Okay, so that they will not look at you twice and be like, I mean, this guy is a thief, man. And this guy is a... There's some people you mention some money to, they will doubt you. Are you getting what I'm saying? So I said here, people are not attracted to who you are planning to become. People are only attracted to who you have become. People don't have time to entertain learners. So when you position yourself as a learner, I'm still learning, sir, but don't worry, I can do this job. Go and bring 100,000. They won't respond that chat again. That's the end. The moment you tell, no, if you go on LinkedIn, for instance, you might see some certain criteria that tell you that you must have XYZ number of experience, years of experience, and things like that. You don't want to go into the DM of whoever is posting that stuff and telling them, I just started last week. But don't worry, I believe. I don't have any portfolio to show for this job, but don't worry, I can't believe. No, it doesn't work. People don't have time for people who are still in the believing realm. They only want to hear people who will tell you, I can deliver this result. And that's one thing you must keep in mind if you really want to be able to charge more. Okay, so it boils down to your profile picture, your style. Let it speak excellence. Excellence is the word there. You can be competent and not be excellent. Let it speak excellence. Excellence. Don't worry, we'll still have time to answer questions. So please just keep your questions. We will answer them again later on. Let everything about the way you present yourself, when you're doing graphics for yourself, don't just put mediocre graphics and push it out. I see a lot of business brands do that. Just do a graphics for your business. The color of the background is fighting with the text. Everything is just, looking like rainbow. And you're pushing that out. Man, you want to be charging a big price. It doesn't work that way. You must put yourself the way you want to be seen. Okay? I'm still a very, very young entrepreneur, but I can tell you that many people see me as somebody who is already made. That's the truth. Because of how I package myself. When it comes to packaging, I think I'm good in that game. I've packaged myself well. Okay? So I can be able to, if for instance somebody stages a meeting with me and Dangote, they will be able to see me in that light that, okay, this guy is a big guy, right? Because of the way I've packaged myself. You need to package yourself. Let's proceed very quickly. So we've been able to talk on creating perception. The next one is positioning. I said here, positioning is a marketing term that most people mistake to mean the location of your business. No, it doesn't mean the location of your business. Position talks about the key benefits. When you hear the word positioning, it talks about benefits. Benefits. The key benefits you provide that separates you from others doing the same thing. That's your positioning. There must be a distinguishing factor between you and others who are doing the same thing. And for me, I usually tell people, okay, you want to be very creative with the benefits. You want to, many of the things that many coaches charge for, I give them for free. And it's a way of positioning myself. If I notice a particular trend, I started something recently and I really want to go massive on it. I see that a lot of coaches are monetizing how to grow your WhatsApp audience and how to make money on WhatsApp. I decided to pick it up. I'm going to create a video course for it very soon. And I'm giving it out as a bait, a lead magnet. So many people, what they are going to be paying somebody else for, they will come and get it from me for free. That way, I'm increasing my own WhatsApp audience too. Okay. Now, here's where I'm going to charge people because you must always think of how you want to monetize things. I'm going to charge people for mentoring, holding them by the hand. Because all these processes, they might sound good in the air, but if you don't have somebody holding you by the hand, and we're still going to talk about mentorship, you don't have somebody holding you by the hand until you go from point A to point B and you arrive there, procrastination may kill you. You know, procrastination is really one of the things that is limiting many people today with potential. But if you have a mentor who is monitoring you, who you are accountable to, they can hold you by the hand and pick you from a point A to a point B. So even if you don't feel like moving forward, because you know that you have to report to them, you move. They give you tasks per time. They give you daily tasks to do to move you forward to where you should be. Okay, so it's not just enough to tell you do A, do B. Many people will not do it. Only 3% of people will make use of that information. But I say if you need mentoring, in 1 month, you want to see your WhatsApp audience go from whatever it is to a minimum 1,000. And in 3 months, you want to start cashing out in millions. Register now. Fee 5,000, 10,000, whatever price I give you. You see people rushing it. That's my strategy. I just gave it to you right now. Okay. And so you must be able to think outside the box. What are people charging for? Me, I will give you. You want to be able to introduce your vibe into it because you see, there is nothing new under heaven. There is nothing you want to teach that somebody does not already teach or know or tell other people or preach. But it is your vibe, like I usually say, it is your vibe that attracts your tribe. The way you say it, the way to your own church, to the concept of salvation is the same thing they will preach. So you are faithful to your own church and to your own pastor than to somebody else. That's to tell you that even in a world where you speak the same language, where we teach the same thing, people are attracted to your vibe. That's the truth. And that's to tell some of you who are thinking, should I start coaching? Or everybody's already coaching. Hey, I will not do it. You are just limiting yourself. Okay? Because there's nothing new you want to ever teach. Nothing. That somebody's learning. So just start. I just hope I minister to somebody. So to ever get an attention, you must be well positioned. People must see you as both an authority and a leader in your field. You must not position yourself as an amateur. My network is breaking. My God. That's right. And I'm very tired for this. Sorry, please just bear with me. Just bear with me. A moment. Just a moment, please. So, so sorry. I hope you are getting value in this class. I hope you are getting blessed. And I hope I'm not just speaking to my perfect. I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah, it's just the nature that is giving us.
Okay. So you must position yourself both as an authority. All right. You want to write that down somewhere. Publication. The fastest way you can position yourself as a valuable person, as an authority in any field, is to create a material, and that is to publish something. Either publish a book or you want to develop a course on the subject. You don't necessarily have to sell it. You might want to give it out for free. My network is strong. Are you sure it's not your end over there? Are you sure it's not your network? Is it much better now?
Yes, yes, it is.
Okay. Okay. How about now? Much better now, right? Okay, thank you very much, sir. So I said here that the fastest way to build authority in any field is to publish something. Is that either you want to write a book or develop a course on the subject. I've actually had many people come to me for video editing services, not because they saw my jobs, but because they know I coach on video editing. Okay, I'm not saying become a coach. That's not what I'm preaching. But I'm just telling you the fastest way to become an authority, which of course is coaching. In fact, coaching for me has gotten me more jobs than actual sales of the courses. That's the truth. Yeah, because people will remember me. This guy that sells video editing course. You see, when I was in the University of Ibadan, all right, I was always posting on my status about video editing, the projects I'm working on, and things like that. So somebody one day, the president of the joint fellowship of the campus needed a video editor, and this man went to ask somebody in his panel. The person mentioned my name, Mike. He asked somebody else from somewhere else. You mentioned my name, Mike. He asked somebody else from somewhere else. Mentioned my name, Mike. He asked 4 different people, according to what he told me. He said he asked 4 different people. When he finally called me, he said, "Who are you? How come I've not met you?" This one that everybody asked for video editor, all of them are mentioning you. That's the power of positioning. You consistently showing up before people's face again and again, pushing yourself as a valuable person. Because you see, one of the biggest disadvantage you can put yourself in is to be in obscurity. Grant Cardone will say something. He said the biggest problem of any business is obscurity. People don't know you. You might be offering the best product and service, but if people don't know you, they cannot patronize what they don't know. That's why they are giving your money to somebody they know, but it's not as good as you. Are you getting what I'm saying now? Okay, so you want to be able to publish something, let people know that you teach something. The bottom line there is that you teach something consistently on your area of expertise. So if you're in web design, you want to always post some things about web design, educate people. There will be some people in your niche who are quite interested in what you teach. Okay, some of them will go for your course, some of them may not, some of them will want your services. All right, educate people from time to time. In fact, recently one of my clients was still telling me that I should stop teaching people about video editing, that will make the market saturated. Have I not thought about that? I just said, yeah, it's true, just to make him feel heard. But in the real sense, that was really not what I was planning to do. He's one of my very, very faithful customers who keeps coming back, and I know he wants the best for me. But at the same time, I know my strategy. So you cannot take me off my strategy. Okay, there was a particular time I stopped posting consistently on WhatsApp because somebody was like, my girlfriend at the time was like, I post too many personal things on my status. I should stop. That doesn't make sense. And now, lover boy, I decided to listen, and then everything just went south. People were no longer, deals were no longer coming in the way they were coming in, and I just felt that, this doesn't work. I've tried it doesn't work. I had to go back to the usual me that post about some personal stuff on my status. And this is one of the things that creates that bond, that interaction with people. People want to see you more as an entity, as an individual, than a company. Okay, and so on all your social media platforms, of course, you want to have your brand's page, but you want to be able to Have another page where you push yourself out as a person. You go through stuff. You go through some challenges while operating your laptop, okay, while editing that video. How many hours it has taken you, how frustrated you are. You want to share some of these things. People are following because people love stories. Anyway, more on that later. The scope of this class is not covering that. So the next thing I will be sharing about right now, I know you cannot see my screen because the connection is out here, but it's credibility. Number three, credibility. And we are ending very soon. Credibility, people want to know if what you say you are is really who you are. And that's easy. Okay, people want to be sure that okay, what this guy is claiming to be, is he really it? And like I said earlier, you can also doctor that one too. Okay, it boils down to you creating perceptions. Make them think that you want, make them think what you want them to think. That's what I wrote here. Make them think what you want them to think. Don't just leave them to think whatever they want to think. You want to be able to communicate. There's what we call subtle suggestions. You want to tell them about the kinds of deals you are closing. You want to tell them about the kind of places you visit. All these things are subtle. You are communicating certain things. You're not literally saying that, you see, I live in a duplex, or you see, I have a car. But then you might just want to take a picture beside a car. Like one funny illustration I used to give. The fact that you see me in front of a steering, right, holding a steering, I didn't put there saying that me own the car. So if you are thinking that it's me that owns the car, all the best for you, right? At the same time, I'm not trying to live a fake life, but you must understand that in this ecosystem that you dwell, what people think of you matters more than who you really are. Okay, because that's what will determine how much they will pay you. And how much they will pay you will now determine what you will eventually become. So you must be smart at your game. Are you with me? I remember the story of Steve Jobs when they were going to close deals. They didn't present themselves as one small company that is just starting at the back of the garage. You know, they pitched themselves like global companies, and they were able to get tons of investment. How you position yourself matters. Your business might be in the corner of one area in Ibadan, right? But you are positioning yourself properly, and then you're looking like a global brand. Some of you don't have a website. Please invest in it, even if it takes you building it yourself. Just invest in it because right now I can't even think about the fact that you own a company and you don't have a website for it. I mean, and you want to be charging people millions of naira because one of the things people will ask you is, where is your website? Can I see your website? Even if it's just page one, they will check. That's all they need to see. They need to see that okay, these people they have a website. Oh, they are registered. Was it the account number they are even sending me? Oh, it's a corporate account. Oh, very good. I can conveniently pay them 500,000. But they told you, where's your account details? You're still sending them that your personal details. Be like, okay, anyway, maybe it's just still a merchant boy. But that money you said 50K, why don't we just pay you 10? Because they saw you as an individual, you're working for yourself. But when you give them a perception that we have staffs to pay, there are people on the payroll, are you doing or not? You get that perception, they would consider really paying you better. Because nothing is too expensive. It only depends on how you sell it and who you are selling it to. All right. So you want to be able to create perceptions and build ability by sharing your past projects. Number one, write it down. Share your past projects. Right. You want to be able to not just share your past projects, share your ongoing projects, things you are working on. I believe many of us here are tech people. So I'm speaking in line of tech. Okay. On your LinkedIn profile is one of the things that God actually particularly told me, He led me to on the journey to that 100 million I said by December. So I'm really, really intentional now about my LinkedIn and my Twitter because I made up my mind that this year I'm not doing jobs for Nigerians. I'm working for Oyinbo people. I'm already tired of working for Nigerians. I want to work and earn in hard currency. So you already made me understand. Of course, after research, because you have to be able to validate the things you say you hear. All right. And I discovered that where these foreign jobs are is Twitter and LinkedIn. And we'll still talk more about that. Okay, so you really want to enjoy yourself as a tech person. This come on, These people are looking for talents. And this thing I'm telling you right now, man, I paid to learn it. I paid. I remember that, of course, it was my friend. He didn't collect money for what he taught me. Well, I lodged him in an hotel. We lodged for one night. He showed me everything, how he does, because he earns in hard currency. And it was like, Mike, what you have, the skill you have, if you can be able to push it in the international market, you will even earn much better than me because your skill, video editing, is in much higher demand than my own skill. That was what he was telling me. I said, sir, you need to show me this thing. We met in Ibadan. All right. I lodged him in a hotel. Even though the bill was not convenient at the time, I still paid. Okay. And we had that session, and it was so mind blowing. Recently, he was following up on me about it, and he sent me some names of some of the companies I might want to reach out to. I said, wow, thank you very much. Okay. And one thing, you really want to position yourself around people who are like minded, like you, people who share the same values as you, people who, want to see you grow, people you are growing together. Because on this journey, you cannot do it alone. And it's one of the reasons why I'm particularly in a relationship with Big Sam. He's a very, very talented man, visionary. I mean, and he commands so much respect. We've discussed business ideas and different other things, and I see that he has stuff. Those are the kind of friends I want to keep. Those are the kind of friends that I will do everything to retain. Everything. Okay? And you see, all your relationships must cost you something in one way or the other. Me, I keep very few friends. Many of my friends are either from church, okay, where we knew ourselves from school when we were fellowship or something, or we are in the tech space together and we are growing together. You're able to keep yourself around people who are selfless, who also want to see you grow, because there's power in growing with your network. Because when you grow with your network, understand that those people are also growing in influence. If your friend is a friend to Dangote, automatically you're a friend to Warren Buffett. If your friend is a friend to Warren Buffett, automatically you're a friend to Warren. It's only a matter of time. If your friend is a friend to Elon, many people don't think that way. They just want to be the superhero among their friends. They want all their friends to be yelling about bow. Now billing go choke you. Urgent 2K today, give me 5K tomorrow. Now waiting go choke you with that. Some of them will borrow money from you, they won't return it. You'll be chasing them after at the point, just forget about the money. Say, oh, just to keep our friendship, forget the money. You have to keep yourself around people who want you to grow. For instance, Big Sam, has a deal with ExxonMobil, or let's say Total Energies, and he needs somebody who would edit videos. Imagine who he's going to call. Of course, me. I'm the one he's going to call, right? And that's why you must. There's this concept. I saw it in the scriptures. When Adam and Eve sinned, what did God do? He said, the land is cursed for your sake. The same way God can curse the land for the sake of a person, He can bless the land for the sake of that person. And ever since I got that scripture, I said, Father, bless my clients for my sake. Because when God blesses them, that's when they will think that they need a video. And that's when you tell them, well, this video is going to cost 400,000. And because they have the money, they will pay with ease. The Lord has blessed them for your sake. For as long as Joseph was in Potiphar's house, the Bible said Potiphar was blessed. Why do you think God was blessing Potiphar? Because of Joseph. The people you move with matter in your destiny, sir. What of Jonah? People that were with Jonah suffered loss. They lost all of their goods and belongings. Maybe the reason why some of you are still where you are is because of the association you are keeping. People who only talk about girls, how they can womanize, how they slept with this. Somebody was speaking with me yesterday, a lady, and she was like, how old am I? Right? And I told her my age. She said, unbelievable. You mean you are still this young? If somebody else you, the person will think you're about 30. Okay? The person will think that you're already about 30 years old. Because at that age, that's when people get serious with their lives. When you are still 20 something, you are still playing around. You are still carrying girls. You are living for the now. Say, well, maybe the kind of friends that make it. All my friends, we are visionaries. We think about the future. Of course, we might not have so much that we want now, but we see ourselves in the realms of billions. Start keeping such friends. Very important. The people you move with truly matter in your destiny. Thank you very much for that word, Big Sam. Okay, so you want to be able to post your past project, post your ongoing project on your LinkedIn, on your Twitter, focus on those two platforms. All right. I've been able to explore Instagram, but I say that Instagram is just a platform that focuses, that really works for, especially in the tech industry, that works for you as a coach. Maybe you are coaching or something, you can go on Instagram, sell course, sell course, sell course. But if you really want to explore the tech space, Baba, is LinkedIn and Twitter. I want to back because that's what we're telling you. It's LinkedIn and Twitter. Okay, so you want to post your achievements, you want to post your new certifications, all those things. People are watching. You want to post your pay sometimes, how much you earn from a project. These things are dropping subtle signals in people's mind that see the kind of money this guy is earning. If we're going to discuss anything with him, we can't bring less than this to him, this and that. Okay? If your client did not negotiate your price, there's problem. I'm telling you, just like I mentioned, if you mention a price to your client and they don't say, there's issue, it means that you have undersold yourself. Okay? So start calling prices now. Because what you just need to know is, are people charging this in the industry? If yes, why not me? So if somebody is charging 100K for logo in the industry, and you feel that you can even do better than that person, and you have packaged yourself, start calling such prices. Of course, some people will walk away, but you are building for yourself a mindset that calls big prices. I mean, before you know it, the only kind of people that will be coming to your DM are people that can pay you that kind of money. Okay, so you want to post your pay sometimes. You want to post your trainees' progress, not just your progress. People that are training, you want to post their progress too. Anything you can share to prove to the innocent viewers that you really know what you are doing. So you might want to show the back end of the website you're developing, all right, and show them the progress. That this is where I am. This thing has been so stressful, but then we push on. We have to deliver. You want to post those kind of stuff. People are looking at you. They're saying, this guy is good. So the things he has done, and before you know it, you see them reaching out. My friend was telling me that all those Oyinbo people, they are really looking for Nigerian talent. Because my mindset before was, these people, they don't trust Nigerians. They won't give us jobs. We are good, but no, they won't look at our area. And he was telling me that these people are no longer even patronizing their own people because those guys, they are too expensive for them. They are looking for Nigerians because they know that number one, Nigerians are talented. And number two, they won't have to spend as much as they are spending over there. And right now, in the tech space, people are stealing Nigerians. People are stealing. So you have to guide whatever talent that is working with you. You have to guide them very well. Otherwise, Oyinbo will come and steal him away. That's the way it's working now. All right. So now, advancing your career, which is the last one. Okay, I think now I can share my screen. I hope you are getting value. So advancing your career, and I'm going to dwell on this just a little bit because there's so much I want to say here. All right. Number one, you have to create systems. Okay, and this is one of the things that I've been emphasizing recently to people within my network. Create systems. In my small life, I've been able to have some terrible experiences with business, and I'm happy because I can be able to teach others what not to do. I can be able to show them from my mistakes, things to avoid. All right. As young as I am, I've been able to deal with crisis, financial crisis in business. That moment where everybody's calling you, where's my money? Where's my money? Where's my money? We invested. Where's the money? Who? And you still have to deal with everybody. At the same time, you are still building your brand. At the same time, you still have to manage them in such a way that they will not go on your Instagram and say, it's a scam. He took our money. He didn't return it. So such crises, you need the wisdom of God. And one of the mistakes I actually made back then was not creating systems. You have to create systems. You cannot do everything yourself. As much as you love to do your job, I know you love to design. I know you have passion for designing. If all you think about is doing it yourself every time, you will be suffocated. You will soon burn out. You will start hating your job.
You must be able to build people around you that all you have to do is correction. Do it this way. You already know about the stuff, so you know you can put them through. If you need to do this, just do it like this, do it like this, do it like this. That's the realm you should start see yourself. Start building systems. Start training other people. You know, at first I was shallow-minded because I knew what it took me to learn video editing. I would skip classes. All right, I won't go to class. Maybe I appear once in a semester in class. I'm in my room editing video. It's not about 7 years since I've been editing video. And sincerely, everything I did in UI was to go and edit video. That's the truth. But anything I had, education. I don't say you should do the same. But me, what I did in UI was video. Sincerely. So, because of the pain it took me to learn and become so nasty good, I didn't want to be teaching people what I know. I just want to know it myself and keep it to myself and be the Jagaban, king of video editing, because I didn't want something I learned so hard. I will not give it to you on a platter of gold. Never forget it. But then, when work began to choke me, hey, nobody taught me how to start involving other people. In fact, right now, I'm still looking for more people to involve. Okay, you must be able to go to that level where all you do is tell people, okay, do it this way, do it this way, do it this. Because there are 4 stages to owning a business. Number one, you are a merchant. Okay, yeah, 4 levels of, according to Robert Kiyosaki, 4 levels of being employed. Number one, you're employed under somebody. That's the basic one. Somebody is paying your salary. And if somebody is paying your salary, as much as possible, find a way to move out. Somebody came with me with an offer a few days ago, and it was like he wants to be paying me 100K monthly. Now imagine how much that will be in a year as side hustle. It's a side hustle, 100K. I'm not interested because number one, I know what God told me for the year. I'm earning in hard currencies, so I cannot afford to distract myself with some lucrative side hustle that will now suffocate my life. There's nothing as enslaving as working for somebody. I'm telling you, working for somebody, especially somebody who does not even really care about you. Of course, you can work for people who want to see you grow. Those ones will not overwhelm you. Whatever they give you to do is so that you can get better. It's for your own good. But there's some people, all they know is how much is entering their pocket and stretching you until you tear just to bring in money into their pocket. Those kind of people, don't work for them. Of course, I'm a big supporter of volunteering. You can volunteer for people who you know that, okay, by the end of my period with them, I'm going to become a better version. They really want to see me grow. They really want to see me expand. Yes. But the state of job, I've tried working before now, here in Lagos, and I discovered that some of these companies just have big names. All they want to do is shrink you dry. I didn't use 2 weeks there. I had to quit. The person that employed me was like, I was proud. I'm acting like God. And I know the reason why they were saying that was because now me fire them, no be them fire me. You know that kind of gist. Now me tell them, say, I know they do again. I sabi how much I they make monthly. I know if you can't waste my life for yeah. You know? And it was kind of, when you fire your employer and you make them feel like whatever they are paying you, you are more than it. And you deal with style. In fact, the day I was even going to break the news to them, I wore a very fine clothes there. I just went there, I delivered the message straight up. And after delivering the message, I left. Okay? Of course, we are still in communication, but I just needed to make that clear. When I told my dad, that was what he was praying for me. Because literally, I was being futuristic. I wanted more opportunities in that business. But I discovered that they wanted to use me. I was not concerned about their salary because what they were paying me as salary was only going to cater for my transport fare. I was spending 2,000 naira every day to get there. That's if I take public transport. The first time I went there, I went in boat. I spent 7,000 naira. Go. 7K. So imagine I'm spending around that amount of money every single day for a month. Only for you to pay me 40,000. You must know that I'm looking beyond the money. I was looking beyond the money. But later I saw that they wanted to take all my life away. They wanted to, maybe they don't see talent. They want to shrink me. I just had to quit it. Okay? So you need to create systems. Number two, you must multiply yourself. Every Now, this is a very powerful illustration I'm about to give you. When God created, you know that God is a God of systems, oh. All right, I'm rounding up soon. When God created man, what did he say? He said, be fruitful and what? Multiply. That was what he said. When he made the fishes in the sea, he gave them the ability to recreate them, to reproduce themselves. The same for tree. He only made the first tree. After that, he said, start reproducing yourself, start bearing fruit. God is a God of systems. God is a God of multiplication. So you, as an offspring of God, must start thinking about systems. Must start thinking about multiplication. Must start thinking about duplicating yourself in other people. It will make it easier. One of the things God told me is that He has made me a king maker, somebody who brings out the best in other people. And I made it a life goal that I'm going to train other people to make money both for themselves and for me. All right? I don't necessarily have to be the one working it all my life. One of the richest man, or let me say the richest man at the time, John D. Rockefeller, he was the first person to be a billionaire in civilized America. The very first person. All right? And he was the richest at the time. John D. Rockefeller said, I would rather earn 1% of 100 people's efforts than earn 100% of my own effort only. It touched me. You must start thinking about athletes. You must start thinking about duplicating yourself, multiplying yourself in other people. Too greedy. There is only you that want to earn all the money. Some of you don't even have anybody that is working with you. You don't have anybody that you pay. You just want to eat all the money yourself. That's you thinking small. That's you thinking thin. You must start thinking about other people too. How can I make money for other people while making money for myself? And I do that a lot. For instance, I run a branch of my business that does registration. I don't do anything when it comes to that money from business registration alone. And I don't know jack. All I just know is all the information I need to get. That's all. I don't know jack. Are you getting what I'm saying? Start thinking about others in your plans. And number three, you want to master the art of selling. And this is a very deep one. Master the art of selling. Okay, because you must know how to sell. You must know, hey, selling. One of my is the mute methodology of being irresistible works for me like fire. When I created that, I have it in mind to create it for other people. System that I would always refer to because me really remember what I thought. This is what I need to acronym style of creating irresistible offer. MUTE. That was the acronym. And I called it mute. The mute methodology of creating hard to resist offers that will literally compel your clients to say, take my money now. Take my money, take my money. Right? That's the mute methodology. So I would like you to go through that. I will share the materials with you. Then the next one, especially if you're in the tech space, is pitching and hunting. You don't just want to sit down and expecting somebody to bring job to you. It's not always going to happen that way. Of course, it's going to happen, you know. But in the tech space, you have to be pitching yourself. Oh. You have to be pushing out proposal. Some of you don't even know how to write proposals, and you're in tech. How's it going to work? No, you have to push out proposals because many of these people don't even know they need your solution. That's the truth. So you need to show them that there's a vacancy, a problem they have that your solution can fix. And you do that in a proposal. So you have to learn how to create one. You have to learn how to push out proposals. But that's not the scope of today's trading. Maybe later on you'll find time to learn how to write proposals that sell. But of course, for you to write good proposals, you need to know how to sell first. Okay. Number three, the next one, you have to deliver what you promised. And this is the secret to referrals and recurrent sales. A lot of people miss out on this, and I used to miss out on this too when I started out a business. I only cared about because I knew how to sell. Getting new customer was not the problem. So however I treated my existing customer, I'd be like, oh yeah, that but I'll get another one. No, they stress me. But I discovered that you see, there is a lot you're missing out when you don't treat your current customers well. Yeah, you have to deliver the things you promise. You have to make them feel that they were really served because they will bring you referrals. They will bring you referrals. They might not be able to pay you 10 billion right now, but they can be able to because you know they are growing too. They're becoming better people too. Especially when you see people of vision. And when they eventually grow to a particular point, they will refer you. Remember the story of Joseph. Joseph interpreted dream in the prison. Even though the person didn't remember him immediately, but when the need arose, they remembered Joseph. You must learn to do big things in small places. It's very important. Do big things in small places. That customer, treat him well. Yes, somebody said customers are your best investment in advertising yourself. That's right. Okay, they will bring you more clients. There are many jobs I get today, not because I'm doing any new advert. It's people referring people to me, right? And whenever you get a referral, know that they are transferring the trust they have in that person to you. They won't negotiate, they won't stress you, they will just pay. Okay. And the next one I want to mention, because of time, because I want us to be practical, is you must learn to make mistakes and grow. Learn and grow. Make mistakes. Be free. You see, mess up with that client. It's fine. You're still learning. All right. Make some mistake. Sometimes, you know, try and see what will happen if you don't do something. Learn from it. I've made a lot of mistakes and I'm proud to say it. Why? Because each of my mistakes, I learn from them. And that's the important thing. You have to learn from your mistakes. If you're not making mistakes, you're selling yourself short. That's the truth. Because certain situations will arise in the future that will demand your experience. Very important. You know, I usually just jokingly tell some people that some people that just entered money, boah, they just saw free money, boah. They didn't go through any challenges, they didn't go through any prior experiences that put them in difficult situation. They just got money, boah, like that. And then they start spending it as they like. At the end of the day, those people will come to me and spend that money on me. Because me, I already know what it means to make money the hard way. I know what it means to lose money, your hard-earned money. I know what it means to lose it. Because I made mistakes. Some of these people, I'm still going to go into real estate anyways. Some of these people who are making free money today, all right, working boys, making free money, they don't know what it means to really sweat for money. $100 million just enter somebody account, wow, once, then starts carrying girls, sleeping in hotel, 5-star hotel every night, till he finishes the money and goes back to square one. All right. Àwa náà ló máa ń náwó yẹn fún un. Kò sí àwa náà, àwa tá a mọ owó lò, àwa ló máa ń ná. You know, and you get to learn these things when you make mistakes. When I raised the investment for my business, man, it was good. I was able to sell people, got money. In 1 week, I raised 500,000. In less than 4 weeks, I had raised 2 million as investment. Wow, you know now, salesman, controversial salesman. But you see, where I put in the money, how I use the money in the business, I made mistakes. All right, and so the business flopped. But I've never regretted that situation. Even though I had to use the whole of 2021 to start paying back debts. I'm paying, so you just look at me and say, this guy is making a lot of money. Where's all his money going? Sincerely, that's part of where my money was going in 2021. I was paying debts. All right. And I've never for once regretted that mistake. Why? Because I have learned. There are some things that nobody can teach you. Like Vusi Tembwakwayo will say, this business coach and investor in South Africa, Vusi Tembwakwayo, he will say that no matter what they tell you about business, you must still make your own mistake. Because that's the way you will really learn. So you must make mistakes. And how can you make mistakes if you are not trying? You will lose some customers because you delivered late. You will lose some customers because you didn't deliver quality. All these things you are learning from them. Don't give up on yourself. No, it's too early to ever want to say you're giving up on yourself. I know you must have made some mistakes in the past. Some people say, yeah, you're a bad person. I never expected you to do this after all the trust I put in you. People have said that to me before. All right. But then we keep learning, we keep moving, we keep growing, we keep getting better. Then we finally become, this man of God, Apostle Samuel, always say that if you ever see a man that does not have a story to tell, run from him because his success is only a balloon success. It will disappear. He said, generals are known by their scars, their wounds. Things that have happened to me. All right. I could have been thinking of suicide because it got to a point these people were really like different threats everywhere. Okay. I could have been thinking of suicide. I could have been thinking of killing myself. But thank God for the word of God. Thank God for the people around me. Thank God for my network. And thank God for God who kept bringing in money. Sure, you get. And I always had that faith about the future that today might be like this. But one thing I will never do is give up on myself. I don't need somebody to come and tell me about Mike, why you need to be motivated, this and that. No. Because I am so clear about my future. You need to be very clear about your future. If you are, you will not be in a rush. You will not rush unnecessarily. Recently, I was thinking about getting a car, but I listened to a message, all right, by Apostle Selman. I listened to Apostle Selman a lot, actually. And then he was talking about assets. And some people will never buy certain things. Sometimes when you even buy certain things, you're in trouble because that's their eyes will be on you. He said something. Maybe I will share that message with some of you. All right, you will definitely be blessed by it. I just listened to that message yesterday. He said one of the proofs that you're growing financially is when people cannot exactly estimate how much you want. The day you start showing that you are a billionaire, I mean, you start showing that you are a millionaire, he said you must have been a billionaire a long time ago. So some of you just want to copy all those big boys. They're sleeping in five-star hotel every night. Some of them, what is paying for those bills are assets. Money is just like free money. They've made investment and free money is just coming. There's an asset paying for it. So the car I want to buy, there must be an asset that must be able to source for it. I must not take my hard-earned money and go and use to buy a car. Then next week the car will develop fault. I'll need 40K to fix the silencer. All those things, you not be rushing, you should be having a dick. No. You have to be strategic with your life. And not with that, we're in a generation that is so visual. You are seeing people make progress. Many people, they are camouflaging. It's not true. You see, I usually tell people something. People are not as real as they're supposed to be. That's one thing I always keep at the back of my mind. Everybody is a man. Even any man of God you see that's so, so full of the Holy Ghost, so perfect, is not as good as he claims to be. There's nobody. All right. So you must admit that fact and stop putting yourself under pressure to quickly attain car, to quickly buy car, to quickly get house. No, maximize the money you're getting now. Invest in assets. So I decided that instead of buying car, I will buy things that I can be renting out. When the time comes, the money I'm getting from those rentage will pay for my car. And they know they choose late come out. All right. And it's always the latest that makes news. If I buy my own car today and you bought your own 2 years ago, my people celebrate my own today is fresh. All right. You bought your own 2 years ago, the car is already having fault. They don't eat them. Lagos traffic. Want to buy everywhere don't pan of it. So be patient with yourself, especially when it comes to spending money. Very important. And then the last thing I said here, solve bigger problems. Just making money, don't just be eating everything. One mistake that I made too. Man, I used to be a very good fan of chicken. My short life, I've
All right. I want to put a call through to Mr. Mike. I think his network is having issues. So, Diamond, are you here? Diamond, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. So please, I want you to take over this meeting. You can do that, right? Just take over this meeting. You can just go ahead. Okay, I think Francis is here. Francis, are you here? Francis, can you hear me? Okay, Diamond, just go ahead and take over the meeting, please. You can just share your experience in Nova University so far, what you have achieved, where you have been coming from. Okay, I think Mr. Mike is back. Mr. Mike, please, are you back now? Is your network good? Mr. Mike, I think he's back. Let's see.
Yeah, he's back. He's back.
Okay, Mr. Mike is back. Good. We cannot hear you. This is Nigeria. This Nigerian network problem. Imagine. We cannot understand. I'm trying to see. Is it really on this call? Okay, Mr. Mike. Okay, Mr. Mike is back. Mr. Mike, we cannot hear you if you are trying to talk. Diamond, don't worry, I put you on the spot. I know, right? Okay, so Mr. Mike is back while he's still trying to sort out his network. Guys, I don't have to tell you that this has been nothing but value. If you see, I'm just opening my mouth. It got to a point that I'm just speaking in tongues, like Jesus Christ. It's like the man was just addressing my situation directly. It's like he's just addressing my situation directly. Guys, if you have been blessed, if you think that Mr. Mike has mentioned something that is concerning to you, I want you to come over here and say thank you, sir. Just come over here and say thank you. Mr. Mike, we are still waiting for you to sort out your network issues so that we can have you. I want you to start saying thank you. Like, I want you to start saying thank you right now. Because I have to tell you, I have been massively blessed. I told you, this man is a man of extreme value. He's a man of extreme value. We've not known each other for a very long time, but the very first point of contact that I had with him was his book on how to sell anything to anyone. And as I was reading that book, I was just like, what the hell, man? I have to meet this man. Like, I have to meet this man. As at then, I was already on his WhatsApp status. So I started purchasing some of his courses. I started, I know that, no, this man I have to keep this man in my inner circle. Right? He's someone that, I don't know, he has this spirit about him that just motivates me personally. He already sees him. I call him Mike the Billionaire. Although billion is not in the account right now, but I really, really believe that this man is a billionaire. Right? He's Captain Marketing. Go to Instagram, please, Mr. Mike. You can share us your socials. And also, he said something about the mute methodology. I purchased the mute methodology. Do you understand? In fact, before the course came out, I was part of the people that did, I think they call it pre-sale. Before the course came out, you were already paid. Yes, I did that. And Mr. Mike, I beg, before you end this meeting, please give us a chance to purchase Muse methodology. Muse methodology will change your selling game. I know Mr. Mike will give us discounts, but he's not here to sell anything, but I want him to introduce it to us. Because I've taken the course. In fact, I did a testimonial on the course. That's how much I strongly believe in it. And it has changed. It has changed my business. It has changed my selling game. And you hear from the man, all these things that he's telling us today, they are nothing but the truth. This is something that you are going to pay $10,000 from to come and to hear it from Grant Cardone or maybe Stephen Akintayo or something. They're not going to tell you more than this. For God's sake. And this is what Nova University. In fact, I have a very, very, very amazing news to give to you guys immediately after Mr. Mike has rounded up, his teachings. Very soon now, Mr. Mike, you are going. Sir, Mr. Mike, are you ready for us now? Mr. Mike, are you ready for us? Oh, I think his network is still somehow. I think his network. Mr. Mike, are you ready for us, sir? His network is still somehow. I don't know. Mr. Mike, are you ready for us? Your microphone is
Yes, sir.
muted.
Yes, sir. I'm back. Sorry for the network issues, man.
Your voice is low. Your voice is low. We can't really hear you well.
Can you hear me now?
Guys, how is the hearing? Come to the chat section. Can you hear him now? Can you hear him well?
He just left. Okay,
All right.
he has joined.
Okay, yeah, he has joined back. Thank you, Mary. Oloro Mary. Okay, thank you very much, ma. Okay, very good. I think he's back.
I'm Oloro.
Oh, sorry, Oloro. Oh, wealthy person. Sorry about that. Okay, Mr. Mike, you have the floor, sir. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Big Sam. I'm really sorry for that break in transmission. So I was going to just mention that you need to start thinking big. You see, the bigger the problems you solve, the more money you can make. People who are having billions, there are people on this earth today that they have 100 million in their account. And already, that's a lot of money. In fact, 10 million is a lot of money. If you have 10 million, sincerely, you're a big boy. Because I know what having 1 million naira in your account can do for you. I've seen the luxury I've experienced just with 1 million naira in my account, right? If you have 2 million, of course, 10 million. Now imagine that people with 100 million in their account. This would have two heads. Not just that, there are people with 1 billion naira in their account. Now think of people with 1 billion, not just naira now, dollars. Now there are people who have assets and money to the tune of 150 billion dollars. One man. I mean, that's to tell you that possibilities are limitless. And you must start thinking on a global scale. The bigger the problems you solve, the more money you will make. You see, I'm only in video editing for some time. Like I told you earlier, a point will come, I will go into real estate. That's one of the things I plan to do. And one of the things I've been planning, I want to be able to work on a system, a kind of AI that automatically edit your videos for you. You don't need no video editor. Just the same way, all those people on Canva have been doing and all. This one will be for videos. Of course, we know we have some videos like that, some AI that just, but I've been able to see the way that stuff works. I'm not really impressed. I still see some problems. And I have one of my books too. I'm going to give that to you for free. Okay. Um, I'm giving it to everybody for free. So I'm giving you 2 free books.
Thank you.
I'm giving you how to sell anything to anyone anytime. And I'm giving you the businessman startup guide. The businessman startup guide is going to show you how to come up with business ideas. If you want me to generate 100 business ideas now, I can do it conveniently. I'll show you 100 ways you can make money right now, depending on how much you have in your hand. 100 ways. And this is one of the areas where a lot of people are missing it. They don't know what to do to make more money. I will show you. And that's what the book tells you. There's a chapter in that book that teaches that. Okay, so Big Sam is going to real estate too. In fact, real estate, if you don't have real estate, I feel that you don't have anything. You just have balloon success. You need to tie down some properties and be able to flip them, sell them. Okay, and it's really in fact, going into real estate and earning big there is like doing blood money. Because you see, land is one thing that we'll always appreciate. Check history. There's never been a time that you see land depreciating continually. Crypto may come down, Bitcoin may come down, but land, no. Land will always go up. Are you getting what I'm saying now? So you must think of ways you can solve bigger problems. Start thinking on a global scale. Don't use all your 10 fingers to eat. As money is before, that's what I used to do. I was telling you earlier of some of the mistakes I made. I go chop I took the chop chicken. I was so fresh, but chicken was injured.
Anytime
Anytime
Theory
theory
for me, maybe I don't work, I don't tire. Next thing, Chicken Republic don't receive guests. Next thing, I just they chop chicken anyhow, and I was getting big and big. I was eating all my money. Of course, I didn't have an issue because the money was coming in now, so money no be issue. If you eat one today, go to town meet today, just go and eat chicken again. And I was Father Christmas too. Sometimes I will carry some people along. Chicken, hello, I don't worry. Mike is here. I will settle. Little they be yelling, Melonia. You enjoy all those kind of bad. You don't go well. You go broke. You go too broke. So you want to be very district in how you spend. I want you to read this book too. It's a book that really changed my life. All right. The Richest Man in Babylon. That book. To teach you about the principles of saving and why you should save. Some people don't know what they are saving for. They're just saving. At the end of the day, you carry the money and eat everything. Or you're saving with a focus. At this level, now I've even taken my saving to a new level. As soon as money is coming into my hand, I said this year, as much as I'm aiming towards 100 million, I want to stay broke. That was the decision I made. As money is coming in, I'm putting it into something that I can be seen. I'm putting it into an investment. I don't want cash to just be playing around me because me, I'm the kind of person that if I have enough cash at hand, I go just relax. Customer go give me work like this, I go they sleep. The worst was take your refund. We know they do again. That's the kind of person I am, you know. But then I discovered that when I need to make more money, I push out more. So this year I'm paying for trainings. I'm paying to expand my knowledge. This is the time you invest in yourself, and that's the greatest investment you can make. And enlarge your mental capacity. Pay for connection. There are some trainings you will go, that's where you meet certain people. Some of you don't know people around you because you are not paying for trainings. You're not meeting with people. You're not connecting with others in your industry. Invest in yourself. Very, very important. Okay. And so now to the practical section, which is where I would love you to really take serious. You're not seeing that on my screen. I would have loved that you see it, but then the network has been misbehaving. So let me just stick on my phone. The practical section is to cover LinkedIn and Twitter. Like I told you, if you're in the tech space, which I believe many of you are right here, you want to focus on those two platforms. Even me, before now, I had not taken it serious until my friend told me what I had been missing out on. In fact, this my friend that spoke about that I had to lodge in an hotel. You won't believe that I was the one that introduced him to LinkedIn. The first time he was going to open a LinkedIn account, I was the one that showed him what he needed to do. Do this, do this, do this, do this. I was there when he first started posting. I was always part of those that were liking his post. 1 like, 2 likes. I was just, showing him my good side on that end. Not knowing that eventually he will be the one to start showing me how to make money on LinkedIn. Man, and you see, that's why you must invest in people. The world is not static. The person you are teaching today may be your teacher tomorrow because everybody's growing. Nobody's static. Are you getting what I'm saying? And there are people that you teach today. What others will pay for tomorrow, they will teach you for free. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Hmm.
The only
Yes,
thing I had
so
to pay was the hotel. In fact, the hotel bill was so much that even he added some more money to it to complete it. You can imagine. He was so excited to show me. That night, I invited some of my other friends too. Oh, yeah, let's go and learn this thing together. We must make money in dollars. We learned it that night. All right. And recently, he's still providing me some more links because he wants me to make it in that regard. And I believe he's remembering the fact that me introduced him to LinkedIn. Are you getting what I'm saying? So you want to take your LinkedIn seriously. What does it do? It does UI UX and it's really good. Okay. So you want to do Twitter. You want to ensure that you create a profile. You set up your profile. Make it, if you need some guidance on how to set up profile, I can provide that to you after this training. Just some write-up of things you should take note of. Okay, how you should write your bio. There's the way you want to polish your bio. Helping XYZ achieve XYZ through XYZ. All right, you want to be able to polish your, ideas into your bio. what you do. Let it be clear. Let people know from this first glance, okay, this is what this guy does. On my LinkedIn and Twitter, I'm not positioning myself as a coach. It's only on my Instagram that is maybe this guy is a coach. On my LinkedIn, I'm a video editor. On my Twitter, I'm a video editor. Because no, people are not looking for a business coach from Ranger. So if you are go there and you are positioning yourself as a business coach, you're on your own. Are you get what I'm saying now? So position yourself there as what you do. All right. Start engaging with your community. People will do the same thing as you. Start engaging with this kind of branch you want to work with. Start commenting on their posts. Make sure that now your engagement they choke pass. They will notice you. And from there, they will start noticing, they will start visiting your page. That's how to grow. People will start when you're commenting everywhere. And you make sure that on your profile, there's already value in place. We already talked about that, right? So you're putting value on your profile already. You now start commenting everywhere. They will start checking you out. Before you know it, they'll start following you, start sharing your content. Before you know it, those people who need to see you will see you. I usually say something, steal ideas. Of course, I don't usually love to use the word steal, but I feel that steal drives home the point. Steal, all right? If you check my WhatsApp profile, all right, I put something there. I called it Robin Hoodin 2022. It means that as much as possible, I'm I want you to read this book. I've read lots of books, honestly. I want you to read this book, Still Like an Artist. I can't remember the name of the author now, but if you read that book, your eyes will be opened. Still Like an Artist will let you know that nothing is new under heaven. All you just need to introduce your own vibe. So don't try to reinvent the wheel. No. So steal ideas, repackage it. Don't steal it hook, line, and sinker. That's going to be piracy, right? That's going to be plagiarism. Don't steal it hook, line, and sinker. Take the idea, repackage it, use your own words, use your own experiences, teach the same thing. Then always remember to share your credibility. Take note of what works. Okay, if you go on YouTube, you see a pattern of the kind of videos that are high ranking. Create those kind of videos as well. Create videos with the same title because that's what people are looking for. If you notice that a lot of people are selling, just like me now, I noticed that people have been teaching a lot about WhatsApp marketing. A lot, even people on LinkedIn are now teaching about WhatsApp marketing. They say, that's the new trend. Jump on the trend. But just like me, you might want to make yours free. So you're attracting everyone. Now everybody's saying, come and buy, come and buy. Me, I'm saying, come and take for free. Come and take for free. That way, I'm bringing them into my funnel. They start seeing my status. They start seeing my status. And before you know it, they start paying for whatever I sell. All right. And my book, The New Methodology, it's not a book, it's a video course. All right. And just like Big Sam said, I'll be giving you a discount on it. So if you're interested, on a normal day, in fact, it's been a while I sold the book because I was having another plan for the material. Somebody was asking me 2 days ago if it was available, and I said no because I didn't want to sell it now. The way I do my things, I usually want to push one thing at a time. Okay, so I said I was not selling it now because my plan was to start selling it 10,000 naira. I used to sell it for 3,000. Okay, but my plan was to start selling it for 10,000 naira later around my birthday, which is in March. But now that we've spoken about it, I would want to give you a huge discount. And the only person that will not take advantage of this is somebody who is not ready to grow. All right, because this is going to expose you to a lot. You need to see the testimonial my friend Big Sam actually gave about that material. It's on my website. Okay, he gave the testimonial and he usually said that he began to make more in 7 figures after taking that course. That's what he can do. And remember, I told you that when I created that course, it was actually for myself before I decided to teach it. And it was the same that I've been using to close deals. And the other testimony I shared when I went to my client's house and we closed the deal right on the spot, everything I used for him was calculated, mute methodology. So if you are interested in it, I'm giving you for just 1,000 naira. I think I've been fair enough. 1,000 naira will get you the mute methodology. So if you the website, even though it's not active now, you have to pay 3,000. All right. So that's that being said. So somebody's asking about Still Like an Artist. Still Like an Artist, yeah, it's available. You can download it online. There's an app that I massive discount. Yes, sir. There's an app that I use to read books. Many times it gives me the summary, so I can either choose to read the summary or read the entire book. But it's a premium app. The name of the app is, let me see if I can type it in the comment section. The name of the app is Story Shorts. I want to try it out. It's worth the price. I'm telling you. That's the name of the app. It allows you to read books, any book at all. You can read the summary in case you don't have time to read the whole book, or you read the whole book. In fact, you can listen to the audio version of the book. In fact, you can watch the video version of the book. You can choose anyone you want. The first time I actually read Think and Grow Rich, it was a video. I just watched the video. Before now, because I was interested in the book, I later went back to read it. There's this book, 0 to 1. When I read that book, I read the summary first. Then I went to read to listen to the audio version, and I went to watch the video. So the book did my head gone. I mean, I was able to follow everything that way. The app is very, very nice. It's just a premium app, okay? And if you can find your way, some of you might be able to get it for absolutely free. Is up to you. All right, so I don't know if there's any question you might want to ask.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mike. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me loud and clear?
That's how we can hear you.
Okay,
Yes, we can
okay,
hear you.
okay, very good. So, I want please everybody keep your microphone muted. Keep your microphone muted. We are only going to be taking three. Okay, let's make it 5 questions. We are only going to be taking 5 questions. All right, just 5 questions, please. Just 5 questions. And if you want to ask a question, I want you to type into the chat section now that I have a question. I'm taking the first 5 I have a questions that I see, starting now. The first 5 I have a question I see, those are the people that I'm taking. All right, the first 5 I have a question that I see, those are the people that I'm taking. I've not seen any now. I've not seen any. And if nobody has question, there's no problem. We're just going to move to the okay. Akombi Mayowa is number 1. Akombi Mayowa has number 1. Olugoke Damilola number 2. Olugoke Damilola has number 2. Opeyemi Piton has number 3. All right, Opeyemi Piton has number 3. And who else? All right, who else? Now, okay, very good. Let's take those 3 persons. All right, we're going to take those 3 persons. Here's what I want you to do. All right, here's what I want you to do. I want you to start typing your question. Okay, we have Olamide Alabi as well. Start typing your questions. Just these 4 persons. Start typing your and Chinwendu Joy. That's all. We are not taking any more questions. All right, please start typing your questions and send it to the chat section. I do not want anybody to unmute their microphone and start talking, because we start having background noises and all that stuff. Type your questions and send it to the chat section. I'm going to read it out. All right. I want you to do that. I want you to do that right now. Now, while we are doing that, all right, I want us to have a vote of thanks. All right, I want us to have a vote of thanks. We are going to have a vote of thanks from a lady and from a guy. Do you understand? So I'm going to be nominating the people that are going to do the vote of thanks for us. Of course, for the lady, I think we should have Oloro Mary. And for the guy, I think we should have. Is Jeremiah here? Jeremiah, are you on this call? If Jeremiah is not on this call, we are going to have Diamond then. Jeremiah, are you on this call? Okay, if Jeremiah is not on this call, then Diamond, I want you to prepare for that. All right. So also the mute methodology. Okay, Jeremiah is not here actually. So Diamond, you go. You go. Do you understand? So this is what we are going to do. We are just going to talk about. What we just need to do is to thank Mr. Mike. Mr. Mike has been amazing. I mean, he has been amazing. The value that me myself have gotten in this class today, I can't really quantify it. I can't really see. I've been writing stuff down. My book is already filled. My notepad is right here beside me on my desk. It's already filled, and I'm going to implement ruthlessly. I'm going to be implementing ruthlessly. Ruthlessly. All right, I'm going to be implementing ruthlessly. So while guys are still typing their questions, I want Oloro Mary, please unmute your microphone and just say awesome stuff to our to our facilitator. And please don't forget to mention how handsome he is. Thank you.
What did you say?
Okay, you have the floor, ma. I can't hear you.
Okay. Hello.
Okay, I think we can hear you now. You can continue.
Okay, good afternoon, Mr. Victor Mike. I'm really blessed, and this is a great and good empowerment. In fact, even though I did it, but then I've gotten some values, as in big values, the real one. So I'm using this medium to tell all the hosts as in that this is a good start to make the year 2022 the meaningful one and a better one, as in with morning. So God bless you, Mr. Mike. Thanks for honoring our Oga Big Sam invitation to come and teach us, to come and invest on us. God bless you. Thanks so much. God bless you, and bless all you do.
All right, thank you very much. Mr. Diamond, you are up. Please unmute your microphone and talk to us now. Diamond, unmute your microphone and talk to us.
Okay, sir. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Um, wow. There is one thing that I see that is, very rampant in Big Sam, Mr. Francis, and now Mr. Mike is the emphasis on value. I mean, Nova University, we Nova University students, when we have our webinar, Mr. Francis, Mr. Big Sam, we always emphasize on value, having the ability to solve problems. And now Mr. Mike is not Nova University. He doesn't join our webinars, our inside webinars, but he still comes on and talk about value, writing proposals that centers around implementing solutions and offering value. So I want to really thank Mr. Mike. Mr. Mike, even before now, we've connected on a more physical level, and I've been following your post. You are a very amazing person, and I love the fact that you don't just base your success on yourself. You base it on God. You are very, 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 very precise, very accurate. I want to thank you, Nova University students. We thank you. Non-Nova University students that are here. We are very grateful. Thank you for offering value. Just like this, I'm saying my daughter is filled up. Like the one going to implement is going to be mad. Thank you very much. We are really, really grateful. Thank you. Big Sam, stop putting me in big positions like this.
All right. Of course, you are. Of course, I'll have to be putting you in positions like this. That's how that's how you actually grow. And you have to be comfortable in being in positions like this. All right. That's one of the things you have to learn. Francis is very, very good on his feet when it comes to that. So as much as we want to look up to these mentors, we have to be able to, become the mentors ourselves. All right, and being a mentor is already smelling on your head, Diamond. Okay, this is actually very good. I'm currently creating a payment page for the mute methodology now. I want you guys to get it. Do you understand? I want you guys to get the mute methodology by Mr. Mike Adeyemi. I can't see. It's just one. He said 1,000 naira. When I paid for it, I can't remember the amount I paid, but I don't think it is 1,000 naira. It's not 1,000 naira. what the value that is. If any one of you have taken his course before, some of you've taken his what's it called, video editing course, maybe probably his Facebook course. If you are taking any of his courses before, you will know that this man is mighty. In fact, from this little presentation he gave us now, he is mighty. And guess what, guys? I have another very important good news for you guys. Remember the goal of Nova University, it is to source for resourceful people, awesome people that are doing awesome things, to come into the Nova University community and help us grow and teach us from their experience, from the things that when it comes to video editing in this Nigeria, top 10, you have to mention Mike Adeyemi. You have to mention Mike Adeyemi. And I have so much respect for this man. So I've been trying to seduce him all this while to be a part of Nova University and to be a mentor in Nova University. And I am very happy to announce to everyone now that Mr. Mike Adeyemi has accepted to be a mentor in Nova University. I want you guys to scream for joy. Someone should come and scream. Please just keep screaming now. I want to hear scream. All right, so officially Mr. Mike is going to be a mentor in Nova University, which means we are going to be seeing we're going to be seeing a lot of Mr. Mike Adeyemi. He's going to be publishing his courses on Nova University community, and we are going to start with his video editing course. Guys, this is amazing. Remember the first time that you guys took the free web design masterclass that Nova University hosted, that I hosted. I promised you guys something. I said, me myself, I will keep on delivering value. Me myself, I will keep on looking for people that are already vetted, that I know, that I trust, and that they've made extreme money in this digital space, and I'll bring them to you. And I will make sure they put into you, what they know. We do not have to struggle. Man said he has spent more than 7 years learning video editing. He has made a lot of he earns in 7 figures with video editing. That video editing that you are still doing with one Pro Tools like that you are collecting 10,000. This is a man that is earning in 700,000, 800,000 with video editing, and he's now here, small horse. He's humbling himself to come and mentor us in Nova University. I think we should be very happy, and this is a big win for the community. All right, and if you are not yet in the community, if you are not yet in Nova University community, I'm sorry for you. You are not going to benefit from this. All right. So we are so grateful, sir. God bless you, and we are looking forward to. In fact, before the middle of February, by God's grace, Mike Adeyemi will be live. Mike Adeyemi video editing course will be live on on Nova University, and his video editing course will be we are going to have it there. And we are going to be able to enroll for his video editing course directly on Nova University. And he's going to be a mentor. We are going to have a mentorship platform for video editing where he walks us step by step to make money with video editing. Guys, this is very, very awesome. Thank you, guys. And now I think it's time for me to read out some questions, and Mr. Mike will answer those questions. Okay, so the very first question says, Mr. Mike was talking about how to push yourself on Twitter. I would like him to help address that address that very well. Is it that you just keep commenting on people's posts and using hashtags? I know there is a large audience on Twitter, so I want Mr. Mike to shed more light on it. Thanks for the opportunity, bosses. Okay, Mr. Mike, you can answer that question, sir. You can also read it well from the chat section. Mr. Mike, you have the floor.
All right. All right. Thank you very much, sir. I really appreciate you. So, about Twitter, Twitter is a very interesting place. I've been able to take some courses on Twitter recently because, like I said, this year for me, we are pushing out art to earn in hard currencies, and you get a lot of that on Twitter. In fact, right now, I have an extensive list of 2,000 startups that I'm. Alright, 2,000 startups. A friend of mine who I've been talking about provided me with that. So for Twitter, you want to position yourself as a person of value. You want to post value, like we already discussed, about things relating to your industry. Publish something, teach about something. That's the fastest way to position yourself as an authority in any field. Then once you've been adding some one or two value on your post, in fact, one thing about Twitter, you don't even need to generate your own content, unlike LinkedIn. You can just reshare and make sure that all the things you are sharing are things that are valuable. Okay, so that when people check your page, your profile, all they see there are valuable information. Okay, in fact, to generate a lot of following, I've discovered that many times the content does not have to be entirely your own. Like just many of these TVs do, they reshare the content of many other creatives, and that's how they get their own following. What's it called? Instablog Nigeria, for instance, does not create any content of their own. They only reshare that post content. Hello? If I'm able to, for instance, find a blog that provides me with value consistently, even if it's not their own, I would follow them. So start with sharing valuable content and stick to that. Ensure that it's related to your industry. Engage with other people's content. Comment on people's comments. I didn't say just comment on a post. Comment on people's comments. Alright? Look for people and like their messages. You're inviting them to check out your profile because when somebody do that, oh boy, you don't like post this. Let me check out what he does. And they see what you do, definitely they would want to follow you. And try and answer all people's questions too in in the comment section. Okay, when people ask questions, try and provide answers like somebody who really knows this thing. Are you get what I'm saying now? So that's how it works. Of course, it's going to take some time, but be very sure that you're going to get there. For me, I prefer to have 500 followers that are bringing me money than have 10,000 followers that are bunches of nobody. Are you getting what I'm saying? And that's why till tomorrow, for my WhatsApp, I still believe that my 800 views on WhatsApp is more powerful than many people with 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 views. Because I've made so much money with my 800 views than many people have made with their 10,000 views. Are you getting what I'm saying? So it's the quality of your audience, not the volume of them. I hope I answered your question.
All right, sir. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for that. As I have said, I'm trying to create a payments page for the mute methodology because I want people to jump in like right now. I mean, it's 1,000 naira. Mr. Mike, are you sure? Did you mean to say 10,000? Did you say 1,000? I would just want to be sure. Like, this is awesome. So the second question says, sir, I want to ask about LinkedIn. How did we use it? Because I've tried all I could, and also Twitter is not allowed in Nigeria. How do we use it? So, Mr. Mike, sir, you can deal with that. Mr. Mike, are you there? Hello, Mr. Mike, are you there? Hello. Okay.
Okay, maybe I should just move on to the next question. The next question from Olugo Kedamilola says, I want to ask about the LinkedIn. How do we use it? Because I've tried all I could, and also Twitter is not allowed in Nigeria. Okay, first things first. Somebody already answered. The ban on Twitter has been lifted. So as a Nigerian, you can now use Twitter. For LinkedIn, it's very easy. Okay, you can just watch a tutorial on how to open LinkedIn and you follow it. And it's that easy. Set up your profile. Make sure that you have a very good profile picture. You tend to use a studio picture of yourself looking professional. Headshot is most preferable. Okay, and you don't necessarily want to wear suits. Before I was putting suits there, but I discovered that as a tech person, we don't have much business with suits. So I got the round neck, a black round neck, which characterizes most tech people. You always see them on round necks. Okay, so I got my round neck and I went to the studio. I took my shot and I put it there on my LinkedIn. And then I got one of my people to do a very beautiful banner for the cover. Okay, and I did that, and right now I'm all set to push out ad on LinkedIn. It's not ad. The same thing I said about Twitter is what you have to do on LinkedIn. Of course, or just on LinkedIn, you might need to come up with some of your posts yourself. But ensure that you're engaging with people in the community, you're commenting on people's status, you're commenting on people's comments, very important. You're commenting on people's posts, and you're commenting on people's comments. This way you're bringing them to like your stuff. And if possible, you can get LinkedIn Premium. LinkedIn Premium will allow you to know people that are checking out your profile, okay? And you'll be able to chat them up. And also, LinkedIn gives you an opportunity to apply for jobs remotely abroad. LinkedIn will be sending you job notifications into your DM, into your email. I have a lot of them. You'll be seeing them, and you can automatically easily apply in just a few clicks. You've applied for the job, okay? This was how my friend got a job, and it worked because he has shown me how it works. Alright, so that's the second question. The third question says, I would love to know the app for downloading books, as you mentioned. Okay, I already said that. Story Short, I'll put it in the comment section again. Story Short, a very powerful app. You can check it out on Play Store. Although it's a premium app, but it's worth it. It's really, really worth it. Story Short. That's it right there. Story Short. Okay, so I hope you're still together. And lastly, okay, she still said, I would also love to know if you have a community where you teach on how to standardly set up a Twitter and LinkedIn account. No, not at the moment. And there's a reason why I'm started teaching that here, because I want to hit my target for the year first. But I have a WhatsApp community where I pass out information, teach people about different things, especially business, how to grow your business, and things like that. So lastly, what community can you suggest can grow someone who is interested with business? Basically, you just need to learn about business generally, and I think this one is like to Big Sam. I've heard so much about you, and I would love to know you more. Thank you, Diamond, for the invite. Okay, so this question says, I've always worked with Nigerians, and the way they deface your jobs is very discouraging. Very, very true. I agree, 100%. What advice do you have for us in this situation? Stop working for Nigerians and start looking out for international opportunities, because the truth is, these guys are looking for us. Usually, if you know you are good with your stuff, and that's to let you know, please be good, though, be competent. Because you cannot work with your Igbo people and be doing nonsense for them. You have to be competent, please. So get more training, get better with your skill and all that stuff. When in fact, when you are good, you yourself, you know that you are good. So what advice do you have for us in this situation? Quit working for Nigerians. They will only frustrate you. Start pushing on your LinkedIn and Twitter and pushing hard. I think I would love to mentor a few of you as well, so that you follow me as I follow Christ. You follow me as I'm, pushing out stuff, so we see and are able to evaluate together our progress. Alright, so it's not magic to you. Like I said, you only want to follow people, not only want to follow from for the most part, you want to follow people who are a few steps ahead of you. They are the best set of people to learn from. Okay, because they will show you exactly how they are doing it. And you will not have any excuse when you are not getting results and they are getting results. Alright. So noting that even you are intending to work with foreigners is there, how did you cope working with Nigerians? I have to just quit working with them by fire, by force. Because you see, I've worked with some big brands, and I discovered that even some of these big brands, they have a way of underpaying you your true worth. They're just thinking of how they can maximize their profit and get you to do the job and pay so much you to. The fact that somebody is working with, for instance, Apple, I don't even mention Apple, I don't think Apple will do you bad like that. But the fact that you're working with a very prominent brand in Nigeria does not mean they are paying you what you really want to be earning. So stop looking within the scope of Nigeria alone, start looking outside. Please, this year, try and move outside of Nigeria. There are so many opportunities. People are making it big. And imagine how much $1 is right now. Imagine you're earning your currency, you're earning your income in that class. In fact, doing that will help you to further boost the economy of Nigeria. It's just that there's no time to explain how that works. Okay, I think so. Those are all the questions. And then somebody else says, how do you transition from a regular personal page to a brand page for someone that has zero digital presence? How do you even begin? Okay, first things first, on your influencing platforms, you don't want to influence with a brand. Okay, if you check many of these celebrities, check Gary Vaynerchuk, for instance, he has a brand. Check his brand Twitter or Instagram. You see that he has very few followers. But he himself has a lot of followers. People don't follow inanimate things. They follow personalities. So you want to position yourself as a person. Of course, you can have your company Twitter page, you can have your company Instagram page, but don't expect so much to happen there. Okay? People want to relate with you as an individual. So be a person, not an inanimate company. Are you getting what I'm saying? So I think that's all the questions. That's all the questions. Alright, great. So that'll be all for now.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mike. Thank you so much, sir. We really appreciate you. So special vote of thanks from me. Thank you so much, sir, for being here. And every one of you guys that you stay till the ending of this program, thank you so much as well. And also, I already created a payments page for the mute methodology. I'm going to be sending the payments page right now, and immediately after we are done with this class, maybe like 1 hour time, I'm going to take that payments page offline. Now, here is the thing: you have to listen to this as you need to listen to this as careful as possible. I've also added a place where you are going to put your phone number. So please make sure you put your WhatsApp phone number there. Make sure it's a WhatsApp phone number that you put there. So Mr. Mike is going to be adding you to his contact so that you can be seeing his status. All right. And also, we would like for Mr. Mike to drop his phone number so that we can save his phone number as well, so that we can see his status. So I'm going to be dropping the link right now so that you can go. I really, really recommend this. In fact, for me, myself, to put my name on it, like I really put my stamp on it because I've taken the course myself. Do you understand? Most of Mr. Mike Adeyemi's course, I've taken them and they are always banger. Do you understand? So he's giving us this for just 1,000 naira, and I think we should really, really jump on it. I'm sending the link right now. All right, I've already sent. This is the link. Just go ahead. Make sure you put in your phone number. Please make sure you put in your WhatsApp phone number. Make sure it's a WhatsApp phone number. Immediately after you make payment, it will redirect you to where you're going to have access to the course. All right. So God bless you guys. Thank you so much for joining. And in case you want to learn more about Nova University, all right, just go ahead. In fact, let me share my screen. I'm going to be sharing my screen right now so that I can show you. Can you guys hear me? I can't hear you.
Hello, Mr. Mike.
Okay.
You promised to send us some books earlier.
Okay, don't worry. I'm going to get the books over to you. Do you understand? I'm going to get the books over to everyone after this class, all right? The books is going to be sent across Nova University's, community. Let me show you. I'm sharing my screen right now, all right? This is Nova University. You can go to novauniversity.co. I'm going to put the books on novauniversity.co so that you guys can go ahead and download it there.
My favorite.
All right? Please mute your microphone.
I have to reward myself. I'm on now.
Yemi, are you saying something?
My first place for work. Oh my God, sorry. Oh my God, oh my God.
Mute your microphone, please. Mute your microphone. All right. So this is Nova University's official website. All right. So you can go to Nova University's official website. Very soon, by God's grace, this particular section is going to be filled by Mr. Mike Adeyemi. This digital marketing section will be filled with Mr. Mike Adeyemi. And then we are going to have freelancing. Freelancing will be filled by Mr. Francis. Affiliate marketing and web design will be filled by me, because currently now I've not seen an expert enough on affiliate marketing. So I've seen a bunch of them, but I don't really like. They are not solid enough for me. All right. So, and this is our free laptop fund. Our free laptop fund is coming very soon. Yes, that's right. We are going to be giving out free laptops to people. All right. So help me God. That is part of my plan this year. Very soon we are going to start this campaign. We are going to give free laptops. The reason why I'm starting this campaign is that many Nigerian youths are willing to learn digital skills and change their life, but they don't have access to a functioning laptop. I've had a lot of people complain about that. They want to learn web design, they want to learn video editing, but they do not have a functioning laptop. So we are going to create a crowdfunding campaign targeted to raising funds to help Nigerians get a good laptop and execute their digital skills. So we are starting this campaign very soon. Keep your heads up. When it starts, I will let all of you know, and then the requirements in order to participate in this campaign. All right. So when you get to novauniversity.co, go to Community Square, click on Community Square. All right. When you get to Community Square, this is our community. It is like, it's like a social platform. You can see this is like Facebook. You can go ahead and post an update. You can see updates that was posted by other people. I'm currently not signed it right now. Let me sign in into my account so that you can see. Let me sign in into my account right now so that you can see. I'm going to sign in into my account now so that you can see. Of course, administrative accounts. I'm currently signing into my account right now. So yes, this is it. This is my account. All right. Let me go back to Community Square. All right. You can see this is my account, Olubayo Osamo. So I can go ahead to type an update here. I can say hi everyone, and I can post it like I'm posting on Facebook or something. It's like a community where we come together and teach each other. Very soon Mr. Mike will be on this community and he will be able to respond to us. There you can see Diamond. This is Diamond now. This is Diamond. All right, let's see Diamond's profile. This is Diamond. Mr. Francis is also here. He's a very, very active member of the community. This is Diamond's face. Diamond, this picture is ugly. Go and change it. Diamond, if you are here, go and change this ugly picture. You are finer than this. All right. So please just go ahead and connect with people. If you want to connect with Diamond, just go ahead and click on connect. We're already connected. You can follow Diamond. You can send him message. You can connect with people here. Do you understand? It's like a community. It's like a mentorship community where we help each other grow. That is the point of Nova University, guys. That is the reason why we are here. All right. So, God bless you guys. I've already sent the payment link. Please make sure you get this. Please make sure you get 1,000 naira. 1,000 naira is an investment that will really, 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 really touch your life. It will really, really change the way you think. I mean, see. We just had less than 1 hour with this man. See the value that he pushed out to us. I'm personally I had to record a testimonial video for this particular course, guys. I want you to get it. I'm personally putting my reputation on the line right now. And I'm telling you to get this. It's going to change your life. It's going to change the way you think. It's going to change the way you sell stuff. If your business deals with selling stuff to people or convincing people to purchase your service, you need to take this. You need to take this. And Oga is giving it to us for just 1,000 naira today. Guys, I think you should jump on it. Do you understand? And this is not going to be available forever. By God's grace, immediately after we finish this class, it's going to be off. I'm sending it again now. All right, make sure you get it. God bless you. I think I've already resent the payment link. It's here. I've already resent the payment link. So, guys, I think we are done with today's class, right? We are done with today's class. Mr. Mike, or else you want to tell us any other thing? Is there any other thing we should know? Oh, Francis. Francis is also the newest mentor in Nova University. Francis, are you there? If you want to say a few words in just 2 minutes. Francis, are you there?
I just want to say a big thank you to Nova University for bringing someone as big as Mike Adeyemi to our group. Man, I'm blown out. I'm short of words, so I'll pause. Implement, guys. If I were you, I would take the mute system now that is just 1K. That will not be enough to buy you data. Please act on it. Stop procrastinating. Thank you, guys.
All right, thank you so much, guys.
Thank you,
I'm
sir.
going to publish the recordings. I'm going to publish the ebooks that he promised to give us.
Thank
I'm going to
you.
publish everything. Opayemi Piton, thank you very much for coming. Thank you so much, Precious. Thank you, Abasi Ikon. Thank you, Deku. Thank you, Diamond. Thank you, Oloro. Thank you guys so much. You can start living now. Thank you, JS Graphics, Joseph Austin, Josiah Ayomide, Martins Boluwatife Perez, Idris Kolade. Idris Kolade is a millionaire in the making. I so much believe in you, Idris Kolade. I strongly believe that you can do better and you are going to blow up very, very soon. Just keep on the consistency. You are going to get there very soon. You're going to. I so much believe in you. I have seen what you are capable of. I have seen the kind of spirit you have, and I just want to encourage you to keep on believing in yourself. And very soon, by God's grace, you are going to call me and tell me the good news that you have already made your first million. Very soon, I want you to believe it. I want you to believe it, and I want you to act on it. Do you understand? This is what I can see in you, by God's grace. And Jola Adewale, you are doing well, is the first person. And Mrs. Abudu is also here. She has never missed any of our classes. She has never missed any of our webinars. I so much appreciate you, ma. God bless you. And very soon you're going to attain your financial goal by God's grace. My regards to your husband, my regards to your kids. And Chiwendu Joy, it's nice to have you. I would like to know more about you as well. You can connect with me at olubayosam@olubayuniversity.co. That's my email. Go ahead and connect with me. Send me a message. I'm going to reply you. All right. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. Aliyu Abdulmajid, you are doing well. Akombi Mayowa, you are doing well. Ayodeji Akonde, Brigades. Okay. Also, there's another free web design masterclass currently going on right now. It's going to start today. Do you understand? And if you are part of that and you are on this call, you can see you already had a taste of what we do in Nova University, or some stuff that we do in Nova University. This is just a taste. This is just a tip of the iceberg. And in almost every Saturday we have programs like this where I source for resourceful people that are doing exceptionally well in their field. They come here and they talk to us. We have our in-house mentor. We have Francis. I am also here. Do you understand? Sometimes we have to look for external talents, bring them here and come and talk to us and give us fresh ideas. Do you understand? This is amazing and it is phenomenal. It is phenomenal, and we are going to continue to push out value. That is what I strongly believe that God wants me to do in this world. Anything that I do in this life, I have to put teaching inside it, because I strongly believe that, this is my calling. I am supposed to help people get better. I'm supposed to help people get to their goal, and that is what a mentor does. Even when I was small, when I was still young, I thought I was going to be a lecturer. I do not know that God has a much more bigger platform for me to operate in. And as we grow, the dream starts getting clearer and clearer. Guys, it's not just about making money, it's about making impact. The person that makes money makes something, but the person that makes impact makes everything. All right, it is very, very important. And I want to create this impact ripple effect. I want to train trainers. I want to inspire inspirers, people that will go ahead and inspire other people. That is what we do here. We train giants. Do you understand? We affect your mindset so that you go and affect other people's mindset as well. So that anywhere you go, you are an ambassador. Anywhere you go, you're an ambassador. Any person you connect to, they will know that no, this person has value. If you follow any friend, if you are friends with someone and all they talk about is frivolous things, sex, girls, and all those nonsense bullshit, and all they talk about is, sorry for using the foul language, and all they talk about is, and they don't talk about anything that has to do with developing yourself. I'm sorry, it's time to move on. It's time to leave them and move on with your life. Do you understand? Because you are what you listen to. Anything you put inside your mind, that is what you eventually become. I recently saw something from, I think I've forgotten the person that spoke these words, but he said something that he was saying the reason why people from poor background will continue to be poor. He said you can be if you are from a poor background, you will continue to be poor. No matter how you try, you will continue to be poor. Even if you are from a rich background, even if you are the dumbest person in this world, you are from a rich background, and you are the dumbest person in this world, and you are fucking up, you still have a greater chance of making it than the person that came from a poor background that is struggling. Which means it's much more than you as a person. It is the things you grow up with, the connections you have, and the mentality you have developed, the programming you have developed. And that is why Mr. Mike was telling us about our mindset. Nothing shifts until your mind shifts. If you can get into a mindset of abundance, your life will start following that abundance. Once I realized that, it changed the way I think, about my life. So if I want to get to a next level of earning, I don't have to chase money. I just have to chase value. I just have to chase adding value to myself. That is why some of you that you are not going to purchase this course now, I feel very sorry for you. Do you understand? Mike Adeyemi is my friend, but is also my mentor. He's my friend, though. He's my friend, but he's also my mentor. I really, really respect this man. That was why I brought him in. And every single person that I've brought here to speak to you guys, you know that they are valuable persons. They are valuable people. They are extremely valuable people. And if I tell you, sorry, we are done with this class. If you want to go, please, you can go. Don't mind me, I like talking. If you want to get to a next level in your life, there are 3 things I'm going to recommend for you. And I'm recommending them for you because it has worked for me personally. It has worked for me personally in the past. It is working for me right now. And it will continue to work for me in the future. The very first thing that I would advise you to do is change your circle. All those stupid people you are following, leave them alone. Do you understand? If you have a friend as a lady and all you talk about is doing nails and the cute guy and all that stuff, you are not serious. You are not serious with life. Do you understand? As a woman in this life is just much more than marrying a rich man and bearing children and watching videos and all that stuff. Life is much more than that right now. If you want to be ask yourself, what kind of woman do you want to be? What kind of example you want to set for your children? What kind of example do you want to be for your little girl? Ask that and become that kind of person that you want your little girl to become. Are they going to be able to say one day that, oh, more, I want to be able to be like my mother? Is your son going to be able to say one day that I want to marry a woman like my mother? That is what you should strive to be, not just sitting around and looking for a rich guy that will be buying you nice designer clothes. You are buying designer clothes. You did not design your head. You did not design your brain. You did not design your future. I'm sorry for being very harsh right now, but I'm a thug mentor. Don't mind me. I'm a tout mentor. I'm very, very sorry. Yeah, I know, right? I'm very sorry for talking this way, but it is true.
You are the best mentor, sir. Best mentor I've ever met.
Thank you, Damilola. See, it is very, very important for you to know these things. It's very, very important for you to know these things, and that's just number one. You need to change your circle. You need to change the people that you work with. Right? After you change the people that you work with, now start positioning yourself strategically. Start positioning yourself strategically. Recently, I volunteered to be in the technical team of Stephen Akintayo. Is having this Stephen Akintayo summit, mindset summit. So I volunteered to work for him for free because one day I actually wanted to go into real estate myself, and I know that this man is a real estate jagaman, he's a real estate billionaire. To even be in the same room with Stephen Akintayo is a privilege. To be in the same room with this man is a privilege. So I'm just looking for any way to get close to him. That is why I volunteered. Do you understand? That is why I volunteered. And guess what? That day, I will find a way in this life. I will find a way to make sure I just, appear in one of his pictures, even if it's to photobomb him. I want to appear in a picture with him so that I can post to people that see, me and Mr. Stephen Akintayo, we are best friends. There are some people that just by being acquainted to them, you have already added a lot of value to yourself. Imagine if you have a picture that you snap with maybe Pastor E.A. Adeboye. You snap picture with Pastor E.A. Adeboye. How will you cherish that picture? Because you know that this person that I'm appearing in the same picture with is a valuable person. So people can transfer some amount of values that is in that person to you as a person. They will know that, okay, fine. For this person to be in the same picture with Adeboye, it means this person has to carry as well. There is this song they used to sing in clubs. You want to bamba, you want to chill with the big boys. Yes, if you want to chill with the big boys, you have to go to where the big boys, where they stay. And you have to pretend to be a big boy as well, so that you can chill with them. Fake it till you make it. It's not about living. It's not living fake life. As Mr. Mike has said, it is positioning what you see in your future, bringing it out right now. If you don't respect yourself, nobody will respect you. Hope you know that. If you don't give yourself self-respect, nobody will respect you. It is the same thing. If you don't position yourself as someone who is capable of earning more, you are never going to earn more. If you don't take yourself seriously, nobody is ever going to take you seriously. So that is one of the biggest things you have to do for yourself. That's one of the most important things you will ever do for yourself. I don't know why I'm so particular about women today. I know you are going to forgive me after this, but as a woman, you have to be valuable. You have to. Don't you know that you are the backbone of the family? Forget the man that is the head. You are the backbone of the family. I remember growing up, my mom is like, if my mom is not at home, it's like the house is boring. And when mommy comes, it's like yes now. And when mommy comes back, it's like they bring light. Do you know that kind of joy we used to have when they bring light? Yes. Mommy is like a light on her own. What kind of light do you want to be in your family? What kind of light do you want to be for your children? I'm sorry for sounding like a motivational speaker right now. I'm in no way a motivational speaker. I'm just a dude that likes talking. And I like saying the truth, no matter how hurtful it is. You have to start wising up right now. And that is just number 2. Number 3 that I don't joke with is God factor. God factor is very important. I used to say this and I used to say it every time. I am not the most religious person, but I don't joke with my spirituality. I don't joke with my personal connection with God. I don't really care about what my imam said or what my pastor said or what is your God telling you yourself. That is what matters. Is your God communicating? Do you have a relationship with God? Can God say, this one is my son, I know him. This was the last time he spoke with me. Yes, it's not just about going to church. I'm not talking about the number of the number of times you've been to church this week. I'm not talking about the number of service units you belong to. I'm not talking about you being a active member of the choir unit. Who are you particularly? Does God recognize you? I used to talk about the grace factor. The grace factor is very, very important. In the midst of qualified people, we have 101 qualified people applying for the same job. They are applying for the same job. All of you are equally qualified. Masters, graduates, and everything. You are equally qualified. And all of you are even children of God. But it is one thing that will make them single you out and say, this is the person we are going to give it to. That thing is called grace. It's called grace and favor. It is called grace and favor. And God is not just distributing it all over the place. He gives it to people that, people that he knows personally. What would be that unfair advantage that you carry? That's what I'm talking about. I'm sorry for preaching to you today, but it just has to be said. And now again, I'm going to say, I'm going to encourage you for the last time. If you still have not gotten this mute methodology stuff, I think I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry for you. This mute methodology that I'm saying, if you still have not gotten it, just 1,000 naira for God's sake. 1,000 naira is something that you're going to use to buy. It's not even enough to buy shawarma anymore. How much are they selling suya? If you go to Abokia and say you want to buy 1,000 naira suya, it will not even full nylon again. And this is a content that you are going to consume that will really, really, really have that positive. Maybe you are joking. You should go to MI Cinematics website. Go and check it. You are going to see my face. I showed my face and I did a testimonial video for this man. Mike Adeyemi is my friend. And apart from the fact that he's my friend, he's a mentor as well. He's a mentor. Bridget said she cannot find something. She cannot find something on her drive. Please send me a message on WhatsApp. I will help you fix it. I'm sending you my WhatsApp number. Send me a message on WhatsApp. I will try to help you fix it. All right. This man is my personal friend. Do you understand? In fact, I will find a way to go and meet him wherever he is. Just to have that solid connection. These are once in a lifetime people. When you meet them, you have to swallow your pride and embrace them. This man, Apostle Joshua Salmon, he said something. He said, see, people that are still in the maybe that's not exactly how he said it, but this is what he implied. People that are still in their building process, chase after them. It takes a special spiritual discerning to know that this person is someone you have to chase after right now. Chase after them, because these are the people that will be at the top in the future. From the way he spoke today, from the value he delivered today, you will know that this is no ordinary person. From the moment he started talking, how many of you were here in the beginning of the class? How many of you heard what he said about God, about the God factor? How many of you were here? If you were here, come to the chat section and tell me. How many of you were here when he was talking about the God factor? How many of you were here? This man is a man of value. This man is a man of value. In fact, I especially requested for that mute. Mr. Mike has a lot of courses. He has Facebook courses. He has Instagram courses. I especially requested for that mute methodology. Please sell this mute methodologies to us today. We need it. I need these people here to get it. I need Nova learners to get it. I need people in my community to get it. Because I know what it did for me. Personally, as a person. I've never submitted my CV anywhere before in my life. I sit down in my house on my desk and I work for myself. I sit down on my desk and I work for myself. Do you know what that means? Do you know the kind of freedom that would give you? And everything that I learn in this life, everything that is giving me money in this life, there are things that I learned from courses. I've paid a lot of money for courses in this life. A lot of money. I've paid a lot of money for courses in this life. Yes, now, how else are you going to learn? How else are you going to develop in life? How else do you want to develop in life? How else do you want to develop in life? Tell me, how else do you want to develop in life if you are not learning? Do you think what you learned back then in school is enough for you to come out? What do you study in school? Some of you studied maybe forestry or environmental sanitation or whatever. What kind of courses? You know that the course you study in university cannot pay you in this Nigeria. Even if you study microbiology, which biology are you microing? You have to get a digital skill that will pay you a lot of money. Now we are talking about working for clients internationally. If you don't have a digital skill, you can't work for clients internationally. And these are mentors that they've already been there. They've already done it. They know how it is done. They know where it is. The man was telling you that when he wanted to move to a next step of earning in his life, he wanted to break out of working for Nigerian clients. He wanted to take himself internationally. He had to carry someone, lodge the person for hotel to learn. Ha! Do you think this thing is joke? Do you think men just wake up one day and start becoming champions? Even the way I'm speaking with you now with so much passion, with so much drive, and you are getting excited about life, you are feeling. Do you think I just woke up one day and this spirit of speaking like this and this mentorship spirit came on me? It took years of learning, years of preparation, years of sacrifice to be able to get here. Nova University is a smashing success today. Do you think we just woke up one day and I just built one website and it's like a smashing success? I just got like 4,000 students and everybody is shouting Big Sam all over the place? No. Do you just think the awards that I'm getting there are for fun, or people just see me and they like my face and they give me an award? No. It is years of consistent value delivery. Years of consistent value. Nobody sees that. Nobody will see me when I was, when I will sit down thinking of strategies of how to improve other people's life. Not even thinking about myself, thinking about other people's life. Nobody will see that. Nobody sees that, for God's sake. Do you understand? So, it takes consistent value delivery to be able to do these things. All right. So, I pray that everything we have learned in today's section would really, 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 go a long way to help us. Chinwendu said trying to pay but no avail. Okay, I don't know the issue you are facing, but you can just send me a message on WhatsApp. I will help you. I can't keep talking. Chinwendu, I can't keep talking. I can give you my WhatsApp number. 37 99 17 47. You can send me a message on WhatsApp. I'm going to help you with the payment process so that you can get it. So I think we have to pull the curtain right now. I have some couple of other things to do today before I finally rest. I promised myself not to work on weekends again, but here we are. We have no choice. So God bless you. Thank you so much, guys, for listening to me.
It's always a blessing listening to you
Hey,
every time.
Adeyemi, thank you so much. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you so much.
God bless you.
Thank you so much. Oh, JX Graphics said his money was just refunded. Chat me on WhatsApp, please. Chat me on WhatsApp. I've already dropped my WhatsApp number, 37 99 17 47. Chat me on WhatsApp. Chat me on WhatsApp. I'm going to Chinwendu, will you like to join Nova University community? If you like to join Nova University community, just talk to the person that invited you, and he will tell you what to do. All right. Oh, okay. You have my JS Graphics has my number already. Just go ahead and chat me up. I will fix you up. All right. So God bless you guys. Odabo. God bless you. Okay. Abdul Majid. Okay, I see you. God bless you. Odabo.
We love you.
I love you too, Damilola.